Consider becoming a YouTube sponsor for $5 a month. You get access to an after show following every episode, plus special emojis and badges in the live chat to show off your love for DP for all to see. For just $1 each month, you can get access to updates only for patrons, the on-screen live chat in our Discord, and access to the Q&A segment, all while helping to keep the show going. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/DP for even more perks.
For a $5 donation, you get access to an extended, crazier private episode of the podcast each month. These shows are a lot of fun for us to do for you guys, so you don't want to miss it live.
Nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Drunken Peasants special edition. What number is that? You know what? I don't even remember what numbers we're on.
We're going live.
463
or 4.
Let me look.
It's 460 something, man.
So we're gonna basically do 3 episodes in a row, back to back to back tonight.
Yeah, it's 400. This is 460.
400. Yes.
And then 465 and 466.
Yeah. All 3 of them are happening tonight.
They're happening right now.
Well, yeah. This one's happening right now.
This one's right now. And they're happening right now.
And eventually we'll have guests kind of coming in and out throughout the programs. So that should be interesting. I think Josephine's coming back.
Nice.
I don't know who else, but...
Benjamin.
I feel kind of...
Yeah,
today.
you won...
I decimated that motherfucker, Jeff Holiday.
You won Spin Till You Spew. Spoiler alert for those that don't know. Jeff didn't even spew. He tapped out.
Yeah, you know what? Some people won't spew. Not everyone does. So there has to be... he said he passed out really shortly after that.
So he didn't even have sex?
No, he said he didn't even remember the show ending. Damn. So he was fucked.
I used psychological tactics. I was like, dude, your wife is horny, man. Go have sex with her.
You know, it did. Yeah, I don't think it happened. I don't think it happened.
I think that I basically won it for you by putting the thought in his mind that he could go have sex instead of play Spin Till You
How
Spew.
dare you?
What?
How dare you call Mims a thought?
She's not a thought. She's
you just
his wife.
You said you put a thought in his mind.
Oh.
And that's how you won.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm a misogynist.
Asshole. Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check it out, you can watch it on Patreon. It's there.
Yeah. It went about 6 hours?
Yeah.
It was an epic drinking contest.
It looked bad for me at first. The first 2 games looked very bad.
Yeah, man. And then little Billy started spinning doubles for Jeff.
Yeah. You started spinning doubles. I started winning all the trivia. The drunker Jeff got, the worse he got at trivia. So that was good.
Yeah, it got weird, man. I'm the androgynous misogynist. Everybody knows that. I can call somebody a thought.
I don't even know if
they're someone's wife.
If the Discord chat is working right now. Let's see.
I saw something pop up.
Oh, did it? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it times out after a while. Yeah, so we've got hours and hours and hours of video content to play. One thing is that our main channel has 2 worldwide blocks. So one was from CBS and the other one was from WWE, because over a year ago we used like the DX Titantron video, so they blocked that worldwide. So now NBC gave us one, but they retracted it. I claimed fair use, and they agreed, apparently. So, no streaming on the main DP channel for 9 months.
9 months?
Or,
What they,
90 days.
90
Sorry,
days.
Sorry.
We might as well have a DP baby at that
I know.
point. You want to knock
we have
me
to
up?
incubate.
Yeah,
not 9 months. Sorry, I'm retarded. 90 days. But I mean, if we got 3 of them this month. What if we get 1 every month?
Yeah, it's a brave new world. They're just striking people for bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's not like we're uploading television shows and movies, you know.
Yeah,
everything we're doing is
little clips,
transformative clips, being sweet boys, using them for comedic effect. But nope. But that's okay because we'll move on. We'll keep going.
They have that rule because there are channels that just stream like cable channels all day.
Or like SpongeBob. Like I don't know how many times I've turned on the YouTube and it was just
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Yep.
Nonstop Batman and Robin.
Yeah, so that's why they have that rule, and I agree with that, but they should be able to look at our content and realize that it's not just us playing copyrighted shows all day.
Yeah, they should be able to look at what we do and say, this is just potty mouth filth boys being naughty misogynists. That's easy to tell.
Well...
Ooh, did you watch Scott Steiner grabbing Nydia's pussy off the air, of course?
No.
We didn't watch that. We want to go visit Scott Steiner's Shoney's in Georgia.
I wish I could have been there for the opening.
Yeah.
Because all the cool guys were there.
All the sweet boys.
The outsiders were there.
Man, that would be great.
That would have been the greatest meal at Shoney's ever.
If I could have a country fried steak with mid-90s Kevin Nash, that would be everything to me.
He's actually late 2010s Kevin Nash.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be mid-90s Kevin Nash.
I could probably ask him to do some of the mid-90s stuff, though. Dye his hair. Go. Pew, pew.
And by the way, I keep seeing people in the chat asking, no guests? No, we're going to have guests. We're just waiting for them to come along. It's earlier than usual.
Yeah, all of our guests are getting out of school right now.
Yeah. Our one guest that we were going to have is in Europe, but I don't know what happened to him.
Don't dox yourself, Josh. You know, Jonah Hill's coming out with a movie called Mid-90s?
No.
He is, yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, you think maybe that it's a prequel to Mid-90s Kevin Nash?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Oh.
You know, I'm not a fan of hers, but I don't really dislike her either. I'm just kind of indifferent, but I saw Demi Lovato had a heroin overdose.
Did she die?
I don't think she died. At least they haven't said that yet.
She did a heroin, though?
Yeah, she loves the heroines. Thank you.
Nothing important to say, then say it with cash.
We may end up playing some more trivias tonight, possibly.
I mean, I played one game of trivia with you guys last night, and I fucking decimated you guys.
No, you didn't.
So good. I won.
No, you didn't.
I did win.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, I did. We are sweet boys, PT Ham. I did win.
No.
I won the whole game.
Nope.
I was behind the whole time, but in the last round, I said, "Look what happens when you're a sweet boy. God delivers."
Yeah, and for each 2-hour block, we have a goal. 250.
250 with 2 titties.
We'll try to,
pretty.
Hopefully we can get that. I'll turn on 9/11 mode. I'll do it.
I don't care. I'll do it.
I have my surgery in 3 days.
3 days. You know, you can't drink before your surgery for 24 hours before?
Yeah, sure.
Or are you going to go in soused?
No, I don't want to die.
That would probably increase your chances of dying, huh?
Yes, that's why they tell you not to do it.
Hellbent said he'd pay me $500 if you died.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So maybe you should do this with a wheel. Maybe you should spin.
Hellbent?
Hellbent, yeah.
Why would Hellbent want me dead?
He doesn't want you dead. He bet that you wouldn't die, and I said, well, what if he does? He's like, Billy, I'll give you $500 if he dies.
Damn.
So now that's why I want you to have some drinks, Ben. 9/11 mode is on. Ben will spin till he spews.
Okay.
I don't really want you dead, Ben. You're worth more than $500 to me.
Oh,
At least 1,000.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's sad that Demi Lovato did heroin and almost overdosed. When I hear the word overdose, I think dead.
No, overdose just means you took too much. You can die from it, or you could fuck up your liver or whatever, you know?
Yeah. When I hear the word overdose, I just think that they're fucking done. Like, that's what overdose to me means. Because I don't know. I don't think of like
overdose means they took too high of a dose.
Yeah, I never equated it to that before. It was like the only way to take too much drugs is to fucking die from it, in my mind. Because I grew up in a party family, right?
Yeah, that's not really a philosophy to live by.
No, I mean, that's exactly why they die.
Are you going to put the old episodes on Vimeo and then delete them from YouTube? Someone just asked. At this point, I don't know. I'm going to wait and see what happens this month.
Yeah, because if we keep getting these damn bullshit worldwide strikes, we might have to archive the old...
We're going to have to change the way the show is, too. And that's part of the reason why we talk so much during the beginning now.
One of the big changes would be, where I was talking about this with Ben, is that we spend half the episode him body painting my body. He's going to paint the news on my body. So, like, he'll start on my titties and he'll do, like, Trump news.
The Sweet Boys paint cast.
Yeah. And he'll move his way down to my crotch and he'll start painting about, like, government espionage, Putin on my butt cheek, till my full body is a representation of today's news. I think that's transformative enough where we wouldn't get a worldwide block.
We would get, like, a community guideline strike.
What? It's art. My body is art, dude. And when you paint on it, that becomes a collective mural.
So the videos are on Vimeo. They're just there and they're all private because when YouTube blocks something worldwide, it's not available on YouTube anymore. So there's at least one episode right now that's blocked and you won't be able to watch it. So they're going to be there for safekeeping, and I have them backed up too. I have them saved to a hard drive. So
Ben's boy that backs everything up. He's a very responsible boy. Me, not so responsible. I don't have anything backed up. I don't even put people's names on their phone numbers in my phone. I just have to guess who's calling by the area
Oh my
code.
God, you are lazy, man.
I am.
That is dude, the pinnacle of laziness.
I've had like 4-day conversations with people trying to figure out who they are. I'm just like vaguely saying things.
See, being lazy makes you ultimately have to do more work in the long run.
I know.
So it pays off to be not lazy in the short term. So in the long term, you get to be more lazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm like a procrastinator. Like everything I do is last minute. I can't help it.
You know what, guys? People keep talking about BitChute. People keep talking about all the alternatives that exist right now. If it doesn't have the user base, it doesn't matter how good of a website it is or anything like that. That's the only thing that makes YouTube valuable anymore.
The only reason we fight for this heap of trash is because all the wonderful people that are there. And if we could bring all the wonderful people to BitChute or somewhere, maybe we would lead them there. But you know what? They're fucking used to YouTube.
Yeah, people don't like to change their habits.
Do you know why women stay in abusive relationships?
Why?
Because they don't like to change their habits. They always go back. It sucks, but it's true. How many people do you know that have been in a bad relationship and they keep going back to it? God knows I have. Mine was with food, though. And now I'm trying not to go back to that. But what did I do? I went and I got a plate of chicken wings, Ben. Look at these bones. Look how many dead bodies is on this plate.
Yeah.
It's keto, so I'm like, it's okay. But come on, I should be eating like celery and stuff.
Look at this guy's, Billy, what's this guy's Twitter account name?
Nick Gehers?
No.
Gehers is German, I think. Yeah, it's Nick. Oh, yeah. This is live in 5, baby. This is the beginning. We're going to have a few guests show up. Ben and I are just kind of keeping y'all up to date with the private show last night. It went
Holy shit. That's part of the reason I'm low energy right now.
Well, I wouldn't say low energy. I would say you're hungover, sucker.
You know, pickle juice really pulls through when you have a hangover.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad told us that drinking pickle juice would cure our hiccups too. I don't think that was true, but we would do it all the time whenever we got hiccups, and they'd go away. So
it was placebo.
It was placebo, yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool. I did that with a pencil. I would put a pencil in my mouth like this way and drink water with the pencil in my mouth. And that would make my hiccups go away.
But if you don't have a pencil, could you use like
a pen?
A penis?
Why would I want to? I'd rather have the hiccups.
I just so you get rid of your hiccups. That's all.
I said I'd rather have the fucking hiccups. Pay attention.
Okay. I don't think I should look like the weirdo.
You do anyway.
No, I'm pretty, dude. Yeah, I just checked my facial features. I'm super pretty.
But yeah, I won. Jeff could barely sit up. He went and laid down and fell asleep. It was pretty epic, though. It was like it was 6 hours.
Yeah, I'd say it was about 6. We started at 5:30. Well, we ended what? No, we ended at 10:30, huh?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you were drunk.
Yeah, Joe, man, he couldn't even last 2 hours. You remember that?
Yeah. Little Joey boy got a little too much alcohol, a little too quick. He was trying to like be a dumbass though too. He kept reaching.
He doesn't
for
have to
bottles.
try.
He was. I don't look. As far as the competitions went, I think your best competitor was young Bill Fridge. I mean, when you look at what I did, I drank longer than all of them.
You ended up having to take your
and I puked harder than all of them.
Yeah? Jeff didn't even puke.
Yeah. Which, was okay. He bowed out gracefully.
Comparing alternatives to YouTube is like comparing the indie scene to WWE. Sure, they usually treat their workers better, but there's less of an audience, is basically what I'm saying. Yes. That's why people still deal with YouTube's bullshit.
I deal with YouTube's bullshit for one reason. I love Onision, and he's still on YouTube. So I watch his
Why do you do this to yourself?
I just like riling up the fucking little miscreants.
People hate I see comments on our videos all the time about Onision and how you like Onision.
Billy is stupid for having a Onision relationship. And I'm like, come on. He lets me sleep in his basement, with or without the chains. It's nice.
With or without the chains.
Ben, should we do shiatsu massages to each other?
No.
Oh. That's like a deep tissue, right? Or is there something else with shiatsu that I don't know about?
I don't even know.
Is it like acupuncture?
If you were like, what is this type of massage like? I wouldn't even really be able to tell you. You hear all these names. Swedish.
Yeah, Swedish. I assume shiatsu is Japanese.
Sounds
right?
like it.
Yeah, and acupuncture is Japanese too, right?
I think it might be Chinese, but I could be wrong.
You know what? You're right. Chinese acupuncture is a big thing that I forgot about.
I'm just communicating to see who we have in the lineup to come on here.
Yeah, I'm madly in love with Susan Wojciechowski.
You are?
Wojciechowski. That's why I stick with YouTube.
I tweeted at her once.
Did she tweet back?
No. It was a pissed off tweet.
You were like, "You are a bitch," and she was like, "I know, but life is a bitch. So you need me to live, Benjamin. I'm your lifeblood."
Well, the thing is corporations, they don't always act according to logic. They just kind of do whatever they think will make them the money and keep them the most out of trouble.
Yeah.
So they want to be TV now. They want to be the new Netflix. They don't want to be a place where independent content creators upload their content.
Even Netflix, though, like, they're giving a lot of deals to people to make content. They're pumping billions and billions into content creation. So, like, YouTube doesn't want to be the new TV. TV wants a piece of YouTube now because they realize the youth are watching YouTube instead of television. So they have to get to them through YouTube.
That's why all the networks are flagging people so much recently.
Well,
YouTube's getting in their good graces.
I heard about this. I did a YouTube meetup here in Seattle about a month and a half ago, two months ago, and one of the girls that was there was telling me about this new content tagging system that was going to be unleashing about this time, about the time that we got hit from CBS originally, and I was kind of expecting this to happen, but I didn't know exactly what it was, just that it was coming. So they've delivered an option for people to tag content easier. And that's why we're getting these hits. And
yeah, we get them all the time. It's just the blocked videos that actually hurt us. Fuck them. Yeah, and then your only option is to take them to court. Because normally it would fall under fair use, but basically it's up to them whether or not they think it was fair use, and they'll just say no usually. Yeah. And then your only recourse to that is to take them to court.
Yeah, which is ridiculously expensive. Viacom is the worst offender. Viacom bought VidCon.
Really?
Yeah. They bought VidCon this year. The VidCon was ran like it was the years before, but they may or may not change it for next year. They didn't have enough time to really derail it, so hopefully they still run it the same. But other people are talking about doing their own VidCon, like big people like Keemstar and FaZe Banks and these guys that have the bases to like put together
all your base,
that put together something that's not TanaCon, not FusiCon, not these conventions that are set up to fail, but they actually could stand on their own 2 feet with preparation and money and paying the people who are involved, getting the big artists because they're willing to pay for them. Like one thing VidCon does, it doesn't really pay people to come out, you know.
Sure.
They sometimes put them up, and
they put them up if they're really popular.
Yeah.
Cool cat likes to rock and roll. Ben Pye's hernia is swole.
You should be a singer.
Asperger's.
Yeah, you got 3 hernias though. Like they should have put Ben Pye's hernias.
Are fucking swole.
Are fucking swole, bro.
Like they lift.
Yeah. If someone's an artist, they should just draw pictures of Ben Pye's hernias.
Yeah, pretty soon whoever runs the Ben's hernia troll account is just going to have to kill themselves. My hernias will be gone.
Or the hernias could like leave and
find a new home.
Go find a new home.
A new hernia home.
The hernias just go off into the sunset. It's a happy story. They don't have to die. They just don't. They no longer bother you. They're gone.
So are we starting this Asperger's restaurant or nah?
It doesn't sound tasty. Like what's
rump
an
roast?
Asperger? Rump roast?
I mean, it's beef from the rump cut.
Is that what an Asperger is?
I created it. I'm telling you what it is.
Does it sit between 2 buns?
Yes.
Rump roast between 2 buns.
Well, it'll be ground. It won't actually be rump roast. It'll be like chuck, you know. You grind it up like ground beef. It's ground beef, but it's from the ass of the cow.
The ass meat.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna like fart on it or anything.
What?
I don't know. When I think of ass,
dude, you've eaten ass before. And I don't mean sexually. I mean you've eaten the ass of an animal before.
Are you
Definitely.
Sure?
Yes.
Think I've ever eaten the dick of an animal?
No.
You know, if they put dicks in hot dogs?
Well, maybe.
Like some ground cock?
Maybe. Why are you trying to ruin hot dogs for everybody?
Oh, sorry, guys at home. If you eat hot dogs, guess what? There's dicks in them.
You don't even know if that's true.
I assume it's true. There's probably brain matter and dicks and everything else. There's probably pussy lips and shit inside of a hot dog. Like, have you ever bitten into a hot dog and just been like, this has the familiar taste of a cow pussy?
No.
You haven't?
Well, for one thing, that taste is not familiar to me.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. What the fuck?
We should go to the zoo sometime.
Sure.
And we'll play like gay chicken with the animals. Like reach in and try and kiss one of the rhinoceroses and see if he pulls away before you do.
No.
You.
Man, you come up with the worst fucking ideas.
What?
Your ideas are bad.
No, they're fun.
What?
They're fun.
What?
They're fun. Here's what I'm trying to do, Ben.
So
I'm trying to be creative here.
No. What you're trying to do is your shtick, which is you say something retarded, you double down on it, and then when someone says how retarded it is, you go, what?
Yeah, because in the name of entertainment, I would like people to further tell me why my shtick is retarded, rather than just write me off before they realize it's actually genius. Because imagine if the Jackass guys went in and played gay chicken with a fucking rhinoceros. Number one ratings. Logan Paul goes and tries to kiss a giraffe. Number one ratings. Ben Pye and Billy go to the zoo and have a game of gay chicken kissing a fucking dolphin on the dick.
A dolphin now?
Yeah, like a bottlenose dolphin. We try and kiss him right on the lips. That's views. I'm thinking of the views, man.
Could someone make a comic series about Ben's hernias having survived surgery and living their own lives with wacky characters? I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Well, with wacky adventures.
With wacky adventures. Ben's hernias go to Hollywood.
What would they even do there?
They would try and make it in the movies. One of your hernias would want to be like the next Jim Carrey. One would be the next Tom Cruise. And one would want to be the next Patricia Arquette.
So one of my...
Which was
Alexis
the Arquette?
Arquette.
Yeah, Alexis Arquette.
Yeah.
One of your hernias is trans.
And one of my hernias is a Scientologist.
Well, he wants to be like the biggest movie star ever. And then one of your hernias just wants to be the sad clown and make everybody laugh. It's very deep, dude. Like I've already got this. You don't like things.
I'm not authorizing this series, I don't think.
I'm sorry. It's happening. You don't own the rights to your hernias. You're trying to fucking get rid of them. You're trying to have them removed from you. They're not yours anymore. You want them out of your body. They're coming into my life.
You'll be hearing from my attorney. I'll sue your ass. Man, I am hurting from last night.
That's what you get for trying to defend your title.
I didn't try. I did it.
It's true. After I did the Spin Till You Spew, I was sick for like a fucking solid week, dude. It was so bad. I was so messed up, though.
Oh, yeah. You had to take your shirt off because you had puke all over your shirt.
Yeah.
You gotta do it like preschool. Send Billy over with a change of clothes just in case he has an accident.
And I ruined my Pokemon Go Plus because I had it on my jacket and I puked on it. And it went through the washer and it came out and it didn't work. I've gone through like 7 of those now.
Did you hear that they're discontinuing Pokemon Go?
No, they're not. They did discontinue the Pokemon Go Plus, though.
You
I can't
looked
get those
so
anymore.
fucking concerned for a second there.
I was concerned. I was like, this is worse than Ben's hernias.
No.
Oh. So, Benjamin.
Yes.
Should we do a segment? Should we do a segment?
Yes, we can do a segment.
Excellent.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. write that shit.
Things you can do with your refrigerator.
Hi everybody, welcome to Jake Showcase. Today, I'm going to show you things you can do with your refrigerator. In the morning, you can drink a cup of coffee on your refrigerator.
This is the push-ups guy, by the way. The guy who was doing those weird push-ups.
Really?
You can do some push-ups on your refrigerator too. Oh yeah, just pull her out and give her a go. There's something to do for you.
Those were better push-ups than his other ones, weren't they?
Yeah, that's weird. Look at this guy. What the fuck is up with
Practice your
him?
chin-ups on your refrigerator. Now this is harder than you think.
Hold on. Is that the shortest refrigerator ever?
Look how. Look at it next to the door.
Yeah. How tall is this guy? He's
Very short.
He's taller than the refrigerator, but he's like half as tall as the door.
Yep.
This is so confusing.
Explain that.
He's not a... Do you think he used to be an Oompa Loompa?
No, I don't think so. Pokemon Go will obviously live with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go
Eevee coming to the Switch and having connectivity with it, Ben. This is why you don't make up trolls, Ben, because my people will prove you wrong every time. I got people in the streets that know. All right? They're going to call the hotline and let me know.
Back when World of Warcraft was such a huge thing, I used to joke around with all the people that I worked with that were obsessed with it about them discontinuing it.
You know they discontinued Club Penguin?
You can practice your boogie woogie dance moves to get down on your refrigerator. You need to practice your fighting technique? There's no tougher opponent than your refrigerator.
This might be American Corpse Midget.
American Corpse Midget.
Down, 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 down. American Corpse Midget. Like if him versus Corpse happened, I don't know who I'd put my money on. Yeah, I would buy tickets, but I don't know who I'd bet on.
Put this shit on pay-per-view.
Yeah, the push-up Midge versus Corpse Midge. I will watch that. With a tiny fridge. This is Corpse Frigid. Who's got the shortest fridge?
Thing is, after all your physical activity with your refrigerator, if you get the athlete's foot, you can just open up the refrigerator, get your foot, and you stick your foot right in the refrigerator. Right?
Is he having sex with his refrigerator?
It doesn't look like it.
What do you mean? He stuck his thing right in the fridge.
He stuck his leg in the fridge.
That's what I meant. His thing.
Right off. And if you're really hot, you can just get right inside the whole refrigerator. It'll cool you right off. Right on. You can always rip a few cords on your old refrigerator. There's no way to get the creative juices flowing like your refrigerator.
Oh God, that guitar is not in tune.
Woo-wee. You can always have a little something inside your refrigerator.
I was hoping he was going to be a really good
But me,
guitar player and singer. I was hoping it was just going to blow us away.
I was hoping that too, and then he just strummed a horribly out-of-tune guitar.
Yeah.
And now I don't know. I haven't really laughed at all at any of the jokes he's attempted to make.
I just laughed thinking of if he took a shit in his refrigerator. Like it just ended with him plopping a fucking grumpy.
One thing you could do with your refrigerator is take a big fat dump inside your refrigerator.
He did. That would be so funny.
I like sticking to the good stuff. That's right, good old water.
Would it look like a little hamster turd?
Oh God, I
If it's
wouldn't be happy if it
and
did.
you're forgetting how to suntan, you can always practice your suntan poses on your refrigerator.
This guy thinks his hair is really funny. He's like very proud of how he does his hair.
Yeah, he's very proud of his
You can put
hair.
the big giant plant that looks like a palm tree on your refrigerator, make it seem like you're down in the tropics. Just like this. You just put it up, and there you go. Sunny and beautiful. All the time. Isn't that nice? I have to admit, it is hard
He is Canadian. I
Yeah.
thought he was.
to practice your hockey on top of the refrigerator. But with this big tree here, I'm in the sunny south practicing my balancing of my puck. Ain't that cool?
No.
That's right. Those are all the things you can do with your refrigerator. So don't forget to like my video below and subscribe up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hump day. That's when he does his videos.
On hump day?
Yep.
My refrigerator.
All right, what else do we have? What else?
Refrigerator. Yeah, that guy was the opposite of funny. That guy was like, you're at a party and you're having a laugh with your friends, and he walks in and just sucks.
Let me
the
tell you
humor.
about my refrigerator.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, actually, if you would just go fall face first in a puddle, that'd be cool.
Puddle?
In a puddle.
Living open-minded. That video.
What the
how do you
fuck
do
is
it?
he wearing?
he's Swamp Thing.
Oh, he's Marilyn Monroe over here.
Without the calendar, I'm thinking, so I'm doing this really quick video. I had to put on my new wig so that, we'll get to that later. But the CC calendar goes solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox. It's a countdown calendar. Today is what, July 21st or 3rd or something like that. I don't know.
Who needs calendars when you're Gtime? There's no concept of time when you're Gtime. I would be disappointed
Don't
if he
be a
knew what day
Catholic
it
time
was.
terrorist. That's the last thing you want to be.
If he knew what time it was, I would be disappointed. If he knew what day it was, I would be disappointed.
Yeah.
I would be like, Gtime Johnny, you're fucking
He only
up.
knows CC, solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox.
Love it.
I only know it this way. G1 is a countdown to the next equinox, which is the September 23rd of this year, 2018. So if you had to write all that out, here we were using 4 characters, 4 bits. This is also a software versioning system that is forever shoots out into the future,
I knew Gtime would come in and bring us back to our fucking senses. Bang! Pop!
Anyway, the CC, so on September 24th, the day after the solstice, the equinox, meaning that the equinox, just for you if you don't know, the equinox is equal 12-hour days on 12 hours on the planet. The sun is 90 degrees from the earth, okay? Now the equinox are the shortest and longest days depending on what hemisphere you're in.
You think Gtime Johnny might be Sargon sent back from the future to save us?
I don't think that.
Like Sargon in 30 years, he's been living in the woods trying to teach man that capitalism is wrong.
And so it's
He doesn't even teach that. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I guess so. But he won't be using the ABC programming that we use. He'll be using Earth programming.
Yeah, because ABC is for suckers.
CC calendar. And so the equinox is when, just G10. So then, day 0, little boy and girl, cool. Tomorrow we count down again another year. And
So, okay. I'm trying to get to where he's going here.
Where he's going, we won't need no roads.
I don't know what... I understand what an equinox is. I understand what a solstice is. So...
in this time, the goal is on G10 is to measure the energy from space with all man-made electromagnetic turned off. So it's scientific. When 9/11 happened, there was a spike as our awareness of the geosynchronous satellites measured it. And so there was a spike in it. I'll put a link either at the bottom. I'm living these because we got to get this going. Today is G1, 61. We have till G10.
When 9/11 happened, there was a spike. All right, in the awareness, and they could see that from the satellites in space. All right, that was just 9/11. That was just a small plane or two flying into a small building.
It wasn't a very small building. It was 2 very large buildings.
Yeah, but 2 very large buildings in a city that had thousands of large buildings.
But those were the tallest buildings in the city.
But even the 2 tallest buildings in the city pale in comparison to all the apartment buildings surrounding them.
How do they pale?
Because there's so many apartment buildings that these two buildings then look like nothing. Like you could
No, they didn't. They looked like something. They looked like super fucking huge buildings.
Yeah, and if you take those two buildings and then you take all the apartment buildings, all the condos in Manhattan, and you separate them, the condos fucking will look like an army, and these buildings will look like Thelma and Louise driving over a fucking cliff.
Sometimes you talk in even more weird code than Gtime Johnny.
September 23rd.
Because your mind is an open, Ben.
We bring all minds together. We might not get anybody to turn off the power this year. But, next year on G2, by the time we get to G20, then how many people on the whole earth can we have to, turn it off? So there are some G1 G-timers already that, as I ran into, I didn't have the, where are we going to go as G-timers? Well, we have to have a calendar to go to work off of. The CC countdown calendar teaches kids numbers. It's not like a whole bunch of blah, 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 blah,
Is
blah,
he
blah.
going for the cool cat audience? Is G-Time trying to teach the kids now?
I think that's always what he's tried to do. I think his teaching might even be more effective than Cool Cat.
Do you think that he's wearing this wig because he's trying to appeal to the children?
I don't know why he's wearing the fucking wig. Is he trying to be camouflaged? I don't know.
Maybe he's trying to make it look like he's a clown. Because kids love clowns, right?
No. Many kids are afraid of clowns.
Pussy ass.
It's computer science. It's beautiful. And plus, you see it. You get the kids looking to space. I mean, they look into look at the sun came up right here. The sun came up right here. Okay. But then you connect to this energy. I hope you like my wig. It's a wig. But
it is a wig.
By focusing on the CC calendar,
what the
you
fuck
can
is
live
in his
open-minded.
eye?
Something fell out of his wig.
Everybody is reading your mind because it's my wig.
It's my wig.
Oh, my wig.
You're wigging out.
I love you guys. You tune into the earth. You keep the children focused on the earth with the CC calendar. You see it. You see it. All right.
So what he's saying is that the CC calendar only has 4 phases, and you can actually see it.
You can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't you see any calendar if it's like there?
Well, what he's saying is we can see the solstice happening because it's the longest day of the year or the shortest day of the year, depending on which side of the world you're on when it happens.
So he's saying we only need 2 days in the calendar?
4. Because then there's the
vernal equinox, the fucking shortest day, the longest day, the
equinox. The equinox is an equal amount of
in between.
Well, it's an equal amount of sunlight and darkness in one day.
So what if we get them confused with the other equinox because they're both equal?
They're on opposite parts of the year.
How would we know that if we forgot what the last year was?
It doesn't matter. You're thinking by Earth time.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, man time.
So G-Time Johnny just wants to equate the calendar to 4 days, and we just happen to remember this is the longest day. How do we know it's the longest day until it's the end of the fucking day?
You see it.
You can't see the whole day at once.
You see it.
G-Time Johnny's out of his fucking mind, dude.
SESE all the way.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Summer's coming, winter coming. This is the same way we farmers, grow crops. So solstice, equinox. So this calendar.
G-Time Johnny told me recently he was talking to farmers.
Calendar.
So.
I haven't even set up anything as far as, okay, you're going to get certificates or whatever. No, it's just about, this isn't about money. This is about doing the right thing. And so down at the bottom, though, there's a link that you can send the money. Because I need to set up staff. I got everything pretty much, figured out in system design. I'll cover in another video. But introduction to the CC countdown calendar so really that you can have an open-minded life, living as though everybody could read your mind, because move your finger and model the internet. That's where we're going. Multi-cell behavior. Love you.
Oh, he's getting kissy with us.
Bye-bye.
That was sweet. He's a
countdown calendar. Kids learn math. Oh, yeah. And it's for computer versioning. what else, and look at all the characters. We don't hardly use no characters. I think after 10 years, the G will go away, and we'll deal with that. But the G has to be there now or else no one's going to know what it is. All right, I love you guys. Bye-bye.
He loves you guys.
He's full of love, except for when he kicks dogs.
He's kicking dogs?
I guess. I've never seen it, but I heard from multiple people that in one of his videos he kicks a dog.
That's not love.
No.
The type of person that kicks a dog is the type of person that can die, in my opinion. Like, if you kick dogs, I don't care if you live or die.
Someone said, did they move channels because of a strike? It's not a strike. It's not even a strike anymore. We have no strikes.
We have supreme YouTube fuckery. That's what's going on.
We have a video that was blocked globally, and now they take away streaming because of that. People are so, stuck on strikes, and strikes don't even do shit anymore.
It's wrong.
I mean, what I meant to say was, they can do shit to you without getting strikes now. The shit that I used to be worried about getting a strike because of, now it's just it could happen at any point.
That's how Nazi Germany started.
No, it wasn't.
With the SCSE.
I hope you learned something today.
I did. I learned about the SCSE, the solstice, equinox.
Yep. I mean, yeah. Solstice.
Solstice, equinox.
I am retarded right now.
You look good though.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like absolute shit.
Today is the G161.
Oh, here's Swegta's special ass.
Swegta? Welcome. Ready Player One.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Just got back from buying shit.
What'd you buy?
Some Pepsi.
Did you buy Pepsi? Did you buy a bicycle?
No, I just bought one Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
Did you know death rides a bike in the woods?
You literally just bought one Pepsi?
Yeah. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
You left your home and went on an adventure to literally get just one Pepsi?
Yeah.
How far away do you live from the market, Swegta?
About 10 minutes or so. I quickly paced my way there.
You know, if you would have bought 4 Pepsis the next 4 times you wanted a Pepsi, you wouldn't have had to go into the store.
Yeah, but I need the exercise.
Oh, see, that's a foreign concept to me.
Yeah, it's like if I'm gonna drink sugar, then the least I can do is burn the calories by walking there, you know?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
But then you could just not drink the sugar too, right?
That's what I do.
But I wanted.
I can't be trusted with sugar anymore.
Dude, you know what it is? It's kind of like when fat people go on a diet and they're like, this is my reward. It's like, no, you're just cheating.
Yeah, exactly. I don't do cheat days or anything like that. I don't do rewards.
Fuck yeah, you would just eat literally whatever. You said Boogie had cheat days though. So he was munching on the churros and stuff like that.
But it's because it was his vacation, so he's like,
oh, okay. I've done that before. It's like, I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna get drunk every day and fucking eat basically disgusting garbage every day.
I mean, it's such a bullshit excuse, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm on vacation.
Really. I have time off, so I'll just eat shit food now. It's like, okay.
But it's like you're going to a different area where, the shit he had was
I do like to try the local food, whatever's popular locally.
At Disneyland. He had a Disneyland cotton candy, Disneyland churro.
Cotton candy, I just don't get that at all.
This one was dope. It was like pineapple flavored, covered in gold leaf with a little something else in it. It looked great.
It sounds interesting, at least.
Yeah, it was cute. It was cute as hell watching Boogie eat it too. I was like, I wanted to give him a kiss on the cheek. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, I actually saw that on Twitter earlier today.
Yeah,
Boogie, he's a sweet boy.
He's a very sweet boy.
So I beat the fuck out of Jeff Holiday in drinking trivia last night.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is he doing well now?
He had pizza for breakfast, I think. So
Okay,
that should
That
tell
says enough.
Yeah, that should tell you how he's doing.
Yeah.
It sounded good to me too. I was like, oh damn. Pizza for breakfast.
A pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. 'Cause when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime.
Okay.
That was from our sponsor, Pizza Bagel.
Did you
not,
rhyme
though.
time with time?
I didn't do anything. That's from a commercial from the
Oh,
90s.
now he's distancing himself
It's
from
Pizza
it.
Bagel from the 90s. I thought if I sung that, they would send us some
You
sponsorship
literally
money.
just did it. No, that's not how it works. You don't advertise something and then they go, oh, guess I gotta pay you now.
Are you sure? I was watching Conan O'Brien, and I think Joe McHale was on there, and he said something.
Oh, you know what?
He mentioned a product, and they sent him some of the product.
Everybody, check out Billy the Fridge's new album.
Yeah.
I'd like to be paid for that advertisement, please. Thank you. Buy Billy the Fridge's album, available on iTunes. Oh, damn. You got to...
Here's my Bevmo Club card.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
What? It's my Bevmo Club card.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
You drink a lot of alcohol. Just look at your discounts.
I don't care.
I tried to compensate you. For
No.
your sponsorship.
I would like money, please.
I don't. I have no money.
But Billy,
no money.
When you advertise something, they have to pay you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what you were just telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm waiting for this Bagel Bites money to come in, and then I'll give you a piece.
No.
Of it. What?
You just said the real name of them too. You were calling them like pizza bagels.
Pizza bagels.
But they are bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
Yeah, I used to eat that shit all the time.
Yeah, every once in a while I get a hankering for pizza rolls.
Happy birthday, Queen Tide Pod.
Woo! Happy birthday, Queen. But I won't eat pizza rolls. They're not keto at all. Like, I can't have them. But every once in a while I think about having them.
Do you think you could be keto forever?
Of course, yeah. Will I be keto forever? I don't know. I might get to a point where I can, eat 20 pancakes in the morning because I'm working out so tough that my body needs the carbs to turn to muscle. Some people do that. But
I heard Stone Cold interview a guy who's like a personal trainer that was really big into keto, and he said that keto helped him get bigger as a bodybuilder, where carbs couldn't do the same. That's when he realized he should go a low carb diet instead, because he started getting bigger eating fat.
yeah, I might get to the point where I'm just like super ripped, hella muscles, eating sticks of butter and shit, dude.
Dude, before the show, we were discussing that when Billy's talking to someone on his phone, he doesn't even save their name with their phone number.
Mm-hmm.
He's that lazy.
Yeah.
He's
I don't do
literally
that either.
Okay, well, you're lazy too. And then he has to go through all this extra work
Yeah.
to figure out who the fuck he's talking
Yeah.
to.
I don't know. I'll get texts from like girls. They're like, "Where are you at? You want to come out tonight? I've been thinking about you." And I'm like, "What one is it? Is it a cute one? Is it a not so cute one?"
It's a dwarf.
I would remember that. I would remember. if it
You'd
was a
save that
dwarf.
name.
I wouldn't save it, but I would. In the comment, I would like put a dwarf emoji, so that when I went back and looked in the comments of when I'm texting with them, I'd see the dwarf emoji.
Do you
there.
name all of your Pokemon?
No.
Okay.
I haven't named any of my Pokemon.
Okay. At least you're consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fucking weirdo, dude. A lot of people name their Pokemons. I don't. I think my niece and nephew might have named a couple on my phone, but that was it. They're like, this one's name is Pussyor. And I'm like, don't. That's stupid.
Pussy or?
Yeah.
Like Eeyore,
Yeah.
but with pussy at the beginning?
Yeah. I'm like, don't do that. That's stupid. They're kids, though. They don't know any better. A lot of Leos having birthdays lately.
So, Sweg, did you have your debate with War Corpse?
No, actually, he backed out of it. He did. He faked some technical difficulties on Discord, and he left. What happened was,
them?
yeah, he did. Okay, so here's what happened. I'm like, let's DM on Twitter. I'll tell you like what I have in mind, and then I added him, and I was like, I'll add you on Discord and tell you. I do that. The first thing I tell him is like, I don't want to debate you on socialism versus capitalism because I'm not a socialist, nor do I have any interest in debating that. He presumed that I did. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm Swedish. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who the fuck knows? But I was like, I want to talk about shit you've said in the past and press you on it. I mean, like, you've made claims. I want to talk about that. He refused. Then he gave me this odd standard of like, well, we can talk about things I've said, but it has to be within the past 6 months. So I was like, no.
How's that an odd standard? Maybe his mind has changed.
Oh, you know what? That's the same argument he was using.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, that was it. He's like, I changed my mind.
Listen to this fat guy logic we've got going on
Why
here.
should you stand by something you said since you've learned new information?
That was not even like the thing I wanted to talk about. It's not like, oh, you're inconsistent about this. I mean, like, I could have brought that up, but that was not what I wanted to talk about. I'm like, you've said these things. I want to, talk to you about the things you've said. Fucking simple. But like mid fucking argument on Discord, at first he tries me to like debate some vague topic I had no interest in, aside from socialism, and then he's like, he begins writing this sentence, like, here's why I don't want to do this. But then mid sentence, a bunch of like numbers are in the middle of like random letters in his text, and he's like, oh, Discord, it's doing this thing now. So
oh my god, that is so dumb.
Do you think maybe he was talking in SCSE Gtime?
No
code?
He's just full of shit. The thing is, like, this is like the Discord text equivalent of like crackling a bag of chips next to the mic, Like, oh, I'm losing you. Gotta go. Bye. And then he made his fucking video saying that like I wanted to debate him on like anything he had said at any given point. I'm like, just
yeah. Do you remember when you were 5 years old and you said this? That was stupid as shit.
I could have easily just given him instances like, here's this thing you said on Twitter. Let's talk about that. But instead, he made his fucking bullshit video, and now I got his fucking sycophants on my case. His fucking, like, ring of minion fucking neckbeards pestering me at everything I say and do.
Damn. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm just going to wait until they fuck off. His trolls actually do like me. There are like trolls that follow him and fucking piss him off. They like me. I don't know why, but they do.
I'm surprised that he has fanboys and sycophants.
Anybody he used to have like 5,600 subs. I mean, like he got decent views for like some random fucking boring channel like that. But now he's got like 700 or 800, and I have like 10 times as many as he did back then.
Well, I want to know what happened to his clocks.
I don't know. Maybe his mom and dad took them away because he still lives with his mom and dad, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So he does look like someone that would be in their 30s that lives with their mom and dad. Is he in his 30s?
Yeah. He's like maybe like early to mid 30s.
Interesting. Let's play a video.
Let's go into the video.
You ever seen Von Helton before?
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
is
this
he
is
still around?
Yeah. This is a video of Von Helton telling us how to seduce women. Pay attention.
All right, Kelly.
This guy?
This is how it's done. You make a short video, you ask questions, and then you upload it to YouTube using the URL only option. Then you take that URL and then you pass it out to people you want to see the video. Alright, but you got to make sure that when you upload the video, you select the URL only option. Because otherwise, everybody will see the damn thing.
Okay.
And you don't want that.
Unlisted.
Yeah, unlisted.
You want to leave your videos unlisted. Because you don't want trolls finding
right
them.
off the bat, what I would be interested in knowing is, well, I guess one of the most obvious is why me?
Why me?
Why me?
He has no teeth. Him and Brett
Yeah.
Keane used to both talk about how cool it was to not have teeth.
Also, too, are you straight, bi-curious, bisexual, or lesbian? I'm assuming the last one is not true.
Yeah, not after this fucking handsome rogue sends them like a private video, right?
Yep.
And you don't have any qualms coming here from the UK, obtaining visas and all that good stuff. I know that's bare. I also know it's extremely expensive. That's something that we'll probably hash out on Skype. But you know, I'm sitting here looking at you.
See, he's spitting some game right here.
I'm falling for it, dude.
Yeah, you like it?
I'm forgetting that he has no teeth, and I'm forgetting the gray hairs.
Are you imagining that he's talking to you? Like,
Yeah.
hey, Billy the
I'm
Fridge.
forgetting that he looks like Jeremy Renner's granddad.
He looks fucking insane.
And I'm thinking, yeah.
He also says he's 200% Cherokee.
Oh my god, that's 400% boner.
Yeah, why
But
not?
he's not.
You can't be 200% Cherokee.
You can't be more than 100% anything, but he doesn't look native at all.
He's not. He's probably not 20% Cherokee.
Why not? You know, me and
He is 200% bullshit, though.
me and my wife are looking for one or two other females
Whoa!
to be part of our family. To be
Our
an extended part of our
Damn
family.
you,
That's
putting
what
that
we
idea
want.
in my head. Oh.
So Von Helton was trying to set up a harem?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Von Helton was
Maybe
them
he's
babies.
a swinger. I don't know.
No, not a swinger.
He said part of his family.
Yeah, he wants to bring in sister wives.
Yep.
He's like, hopefully not lesbian.
And you know, although you cannot legally marry me because it's against the law for some stupid ass reason, you can at least be my girlfriend. That apparently is allowed. Unfortunately.
Well, that's attractive.
Apparently, we're not married, but you could be my girlfriend.
That's my pickup line at the bar. I'm like,
And, what that requires is that will require us to sign a mutual agreement. And basically this is sometimes referred to as a
yeah,
prenup.
picking the crud out of your gums, that's also attractive.
Yeah.
And the purpose of the agreement would be that what's yours is yours, what's mine is mine, prior to our getting together. And also part of the agreement is that if we were to have children together, I would not be held liable. In other words...
Yeah, if I knock you up, you're on your own, honey.
Can you do those?
I think so.
Huh.
You can also... I mean... You could put pretty much anything in a prenup.
If I knock you up, you're on your own. I'm not responsible for my seed in your tum tum.
Yeah, that liability can be signed away.
I've never heard.
I'm sure
beforehand.
it can. I don't see why it couldn't.
I mean, it probably can. I just have never actually heard that before. That's some great preparation.
I had a friend who had some friends that were a lesbian couple, and he donated sperm to them. So the kid that they ended up having was technically his kid, but he made them sign a contract saying that he had no liability whatsoever.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. He did it for money, too.
I should sell my cum.
He sold his cum to lesbians to get pregnant for money.
I think lesbians out there are
pretty
looking
crazy.
for a daddy for their baby. Just get me. Like, I promise I won't interfere with its life. I have long, beautiful curls. Your kid will probably come out having big old fucking tits and dick and stuff. It'll be perfect.
Tits and dick?
Yeah. I'm like the best genetic option. My obesity is not genetic. That's all nurture.
This would be like an amazing business opportunity, right? Like just jerk off all day, give the sperm to lesbians, and just like have them sign a contract to like pay you and not, demand money from you and alimony or some shit.
Yeah.
Or child support rather.
I want to offer my services to any ladies out there looking for some quality man juice. Because I'm 6'3". I'm big, tall, strapping boy, blue eyes, fair skin.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying that's superior?
I'm saying it's preferable.
Billy the Seattle hip hop artist Billy the Fridge says white people with blue eyes
Dude,
are superior.
I watched an anime last night. Every motherfucker in that anime had blue eyes.
I want that clip all over the internet.
I'm
guys.
saying.
Billy the Fridge, the horrible rape.
Billy the Aryan.
Yeah, it's whatever you want.
The great state of Kentucky loves to throw people in jail. Okay, I just don't want to go to jail. All right. So the idea would be is that as long as you're under my roof, I wouldn't go to jail for child support or any of that shit. But
as long as you're under my roof,
Kentucky loves throwing people in jail over that shit, and I'm just trying to avoid that. That's all. Nothing illegal, nothing immoral, nothing like that.
Yeah,
and it would be notarized. It would be signed by both me and you.
It's not.
And it would be notarized by a notary public and signed off by
Von Helton's harem.
It is weird though. I wonder if he actually put a harem together. I can't imagine
the Von harem.
Multiple women wanting to share this dude.
Oh, dude, you would be surprised how many broken, lonely human beings are out there. I bet you Von Helton. How old is this video?
I think it's pretty old, actually.
Okay, he's probably scooped up at least 3 off of this.
So it would be totally legal.
Some real mud duck looking broads too. It's probably got a Hills Have Eyes looking harem.
I can't help but look at those green eyes. It's fucking awesome. I'll have to sing Green Eyed Lady for you sometime.
Oh God, that's beautiful.
He has like karaoke videos. I can't play those because we'll get flagged.
I think I saw one where he was rapping one time.
Are you serious?
I can't remember if it was rap or what. It was just very cringy. So I'm assuming it was rap.
Was it like Limp Bizkit or something?
It was something bad.
It's all about the he said, she says bullshit.
I think he put on glasses when he did it too to try and look urban. It was the worst thing.
My God.
Worst thing I've ever seen.
Did he have like a backwards baseball cap on?
Oh God.
I am considerably older than my wife, as you probably are aware. I am 48. Well, I will be 48.
He's 48.
Oh no, I already am 48. Excuse me.
I will be 48 for the next.
Yeah, 48. But I'll tell you what, he Brett Keane still looks older than him, and Brett Keane is like way younger.
Well, but he's not done saying. He says, I have been 48. I will be 48 for the next 20 years. I have been 48 for the last 20 years. This guy's not 48.
How old is he?
This is fucking 70, dude. This is a 70-year-old man.
I'm 48. And my wife is 22. And I think you said he was 23. Is that not correct? Or was I mistaken?
Oh my God, what 23-year-olds would want to hook up with this dude? Seriously.
Probably.
What is going on?
Probably very broken human beings that need a daddy. And their daddy was grosser than him. And so he looks like the savior over here with his collection of encyclopedias. Goddamn it, he got a globe and encyclopedias. He's smart. He'll be learned. He'll
Look at
learn
my
much over.
Britannica collection.
Yeah, in Kentucky, dude, he's got a stable. He's got a stable of women. Von Helton's
in Kentucky.
In Kentucky,
well,
yeah.
He said that the one he's talking to here, he made it sound like she's from the UK.
Yeah. You could fly over.
Yeah.
It's not too expensive. You could pay
Please
for that
correct
to
me
get
on
here
that.
if you'd like to come.
I imagine it would be a great culture shock from the UK to the United States.
Especially Kentucky.
I don't
There's
doubt
parts
that.
of UK that's like Kentucky, though. Like,
not really, but yeah. I mean, like they have their
trash.
They have like chavs and
they have
shit
their
like that.
Eurotrash chavs and everything.
Yeah.
So he's probably got himself a little buckled, fucking bad teeth, green-eyed pus drool.
This is what we know about her so far. She's green-eyed.
And she's willing to talk to Von Helton sexually.
Oh!
That's
God.
enough. That's enough
That's
to
all
know.
we need to know.
She probably doesn't have green eyes. She probably just have enough
thing
eye
of it
boogers
is,
in her eyes that it's green
We
plus.
are not rich by any stretch of the imagination.
They're not rich. These
We
books are not
well
paid off
In fact, we're in debt.
for these books.
And in fact, we are poor as dirt. However, we do have one thing the government has not yet been able to figure out how to take away from us, and that is unconditional love.
Oh. This is where Tupac's Unconditional Love comes in. He starts singing it. Unconditional love.
And that is one thing that I can guarantee you would get, without question. Anybody that truly
This is like a bad
genuinely,
car salesman. Like, you know,
interested
this car
would
is a
get that
total
in
piece of
spades
shit, but
and will
you'll love
become
her
part
by the end of the
part
day.
our family, like I said.
It'll get you from point A to point
You know.
C.
Yeah.
Point B is where it
Occasionally
breaks
blows
down.
up, but,
You know,
whatever.
we live out in the woods. It is not. It is not the. You know, we have a few modern conveniences. We have city water. We have.
City water, yeah. We got city water. It's true, though. Country water, like well water, smells like ass. I refused to drink it. Like, I grew up in the city, but I had friends that lived out in the sticks. And when I go to their house, they're like tap water and shit. Oh, I couldn't believe they showered in it every day, you know?
I got sick in a mining town in Pennsylvania from drinking their water.
Ugh.
It was so bad.
I have a hard enough time with water in other cities because it tastes different than what I'm used to.
Some cities got good water.
That happens every time I move. Like
Seattle's
I have to
got good water.
It's all right. It's different.
I buy bottled water.
Anytime you
anyways.
go to a new place, the water tastes different. So it takes getting used to because you're used to water tasting a certain way, and then all of a sudden it's just noticeably different.
Look here, honey. You come here, we got some conveniences. As far as this Encyclopedia Britannica set goes, I've paid off A through M. You're welcome to read any of those. Anything after M, though, is not paid off for, so I'd appreciate if you didn't bend or crease the covers. Case we gotta return it. And, we got city water. So you don't worry about none of that country bumpkin, rot gut shit water. You can wash your beautiful, gorgeous hair in this fresh flowing city water, and them green eyes, those hazel green eyes.
I'm bringing Magog on right now, but it takes a minute because Swegta is a special snowflake and doesn't turn his camera on.
Snowflake.
So I have to set it a special way. Thanks, Swegta.
Snowflake.
Thanks.
No problem, buddy.
Anything for you, Benjamin.
Oh, here's Magog. Whoa.
Magog.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's up, guys?
Damn.
What's happening?
Why is there an older Wizard of Cause on the screen?
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Oh.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, buddy. Love you.
This is what Wizard of Cause has to look forward to? No teeth, but he trades them in for a harem of garbage women? It might be worth the trade.
I guess so.
Who needs teeth when you're eating trashy Euro thoughts? Not even thoughts, dude. Von Helton wouldn't be the type of guy to chase thoughts.
You don't think so?
No, he wants those quality women. He wants those world-traveled international ladies.
You don't think he just takes what he can get?
No, he gives one thing that they can't take, Ben, and that's his unconditional
love. Well, yeah, he just said that.
They can't take that from him. You can't take that away from me.
You guys should try your very hardest never to sing in my presence ever again.
Why?
Because I'm very sensitive to that kind of thing, and so if you do it, I will conquer you.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And it will be hard, deep conquering.
That sounds sexual.
Yes, it was. It was a sexual innuendo.
I appreciate the warning.
Yes.
Last thing I want to do is get Arkansas hogtied because I sung some Elvis.
Woo pig suey.
Cable and internet and phone, but
So this guy's building a harem. This is a video he made trying to seduce a young lady into becoming a member of his harem.
That's about where it ends. Everything else is pretty much roughing it.
So wait, hold on.
We have
He's got water and love.
Yep.
And that okay, that's all the incentive you need.
Yep.
To hook
City
up with
water.
preheat, so that's a good thing. And unfortunately for you and me and my wife, my mother lives next door. That in of itself can be a royal.
That's something to brag about. He hasn't murdered his mother like I have. I mean, seriously. I thought that's what you do when they reach a certain age. You just take them outside and top the head. You know, you don't want to have to take care of them until they're the ripe old age of 37.
Yeah, is anyone surprised though that he lives next to his mom?
Well, I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the trailer.
No pain in the ass. By contrast, Endra's mom is a fucking saint. She is awesome. She is a great lady.
Because I can have sex with her and it isn't weird. That's what Von Helden's thinking. He wants to fuck his girlfriend's mom. His wife's
Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? I mean, I've seen your pictures, so obviously you look great. But
obviously,
I am
you're not
kind
a
of curious. You are a Scorpio like myself.
I like how he's like, this is when someone's rubbing their hands, that's predatory, you know? It's a tell that they're in predatory mode. They think they have the upper hand in the hunt. It's a tell.
He's definitely it puts the lotion on its skin kind of guy.
Yeah, this guy's hunting right now. He wants this girl who's lost, willing to travel to a foreign fucking country, not understanding that Kentucky, backwoods Kentucky, is a trap.
Yeah.
This guy lives in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucked, lady.
Yeah.
Curious as to what your favorite colors are. I'm curious as to what type of music you prefer. What do you like to do with your free time, aside from being on the computer, obviously, if anything. I mean, some people don't. You know, some people, computers are the only thing they mess with. Trying to think of what else.
He said,
maybe you should end the video at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it.
Wait, look at the side profile. That would go perfect with the front profile. You know, so that side by side, it looks like the mugshot. I mean, he's preparing. He's preparing for mugshots.
There's something wrong with that fella. Whoa! It's a cavalcade of horror.
In the old days, when barbarians attacked a city, they often had to smash their way through the city walls.
Magog's ready.
Barbarian.
Sound the alarm.
To get in. And once they had succeeded in
I think you have to go after the guy in the cowboy hat, Magog.
The men of the city would rush to stand in the gap, to fight hand to hand to save their families and friends from the savages. Hello everybody, Wild Bill for America here, and today we need men to stand in the gap for America.
Operation Human Shield for America.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing it.
Real men, not today's girly men who don't even know which bathroom to pee in.
Hey, what sort of man doesn't just piss outside anyways? Come on, grow a pair, Wild Bill. We don't use bathrooms around here.
Nope.
You fancy face.
Real men don't use bathrooms. We don't call it pee either.
Yeah, we take a fucking whiz, dude.
Whiz.
Take a wee-wee.
Yeah, we're going wee-wee, dude.
I call it taking a gypsy's kiss, but that's just me.
USA is under siege by barbarians of liberalism, and they are coming after our families, our government, our businesses. Everything good in America is under attack. And we need men who aren't afraid of being called names, not afraid of being slandered or even assaulted. Men with the courage to speak bold truth against the lies of liberal barbarians.
We need men who aren't afraid of being called racist. We need men who aren't afraid of being called rapists.
You're racist.
We need men that aren't afraid of being called misogynists, because we need racists. We need rapists. We need misogynists to keep our agenda going.
You know what he really needs is a cameraman who knows how to white balance.
An audio guy too. You know, he needs a stand-in. He needs a fucking stunt double. He needs somebody who doesn't look like their mustache was glued on because their leprosy knocked it off their face. That's what he needs. He needs a guy that could wear a cowboy hat and not look like a fucking tourist. That's what he needs.
Necessary to fight. When a man stands in the gap, he makes himself a target. He is the one blocking the enemy from storming the city, and the bad guys come against the man in the gap with everything they have. That means that the men who stand in the gap must be the best of the best. The most vicious enemy we face today is the militant left, and they're...
Are you serious?
Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
Would you like to know more?
The militant left.
Unholy army of ever weirder perverts.
So, like, a few
It kinda
retarded...
does exist, though. I mean, how many Antifa videos are out there with people cracking people over the head with bike locks and such?
It does happen. It definitely does happen. I don't think it's the biggest issue
Here's
we're
the
facing.
problem. One extreme side always inflames the other, and so it's like a
they
vicious
feed off of
circle.
each other.
Right, so it's like the horseshoe theory, you know, they both start sounding the same. You know?
Antifa and the alt-right are a symbiotic relationship. They
Exactly.
exist because of each other, and they feed off of each other, and they will grow because of each other.
And it's all ego. I figured it out. I finally boiled it all down to just ego. These
you know-
people have the egos the size of, like, if that ego was in anybody else, we would get you know, like that.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if I would boil it down to ego. I think it's emo. I think it's their emotions that they no longer want to cut themselves. They want to cut the other people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucking
no, I agree with
emo.
that. But that's emo ego. See, we're on the same
Yeah.
page.
The last thing I need is somebody telling me to fucking get in the gap when they look like they just got out of the Tommy Bahamas. What the fuck is he wearing? Who told Bill he could wear Hawaiian t-shirts?
He wears Hawaiian shirts all the time.
But it's like, why?
Because he likes them.
Fuck what he likes, dude.
He's like a Margaritaville cowboy, basically.
He is. He's Jimmy Buffett.
He's the right wing Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett, Doc Holliday. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I haven't begun to defile myself.
Government-sponsored immorality is a sin that drags in all kinds of violence, cruelty, and debauchery. For a complete list, see Romans chapter 1, starting in verse 16. For you liberals, Romans is in the Bible. Speaking of the Bible, the Outlaws Chapel is an internet fellowship of guard dog Christians who are fed up with...
Wait, hold on. Let's dissect that. And
The Outlaws Chapel.
of guard dog Christians.
Yes, the
What the
Outlaws
fuck?
Chapel.
Did he
I don't
have
know.
to say all those words? Couldn't he just say cult?
I don't know
typical-
which part to laugh at more, honestly.
The name is pretty hilarious.
churchy church mold and are breaking out into a solidly biblical, scripturally aggressive Christianity. We are sick and tired of watching godless, immoral barbarians desecrate this nation while the churchy churches sit silently behind their closed church doors, ignoring the barbarians who are coming after
Silently,
American
you guys are some of the most outspoken fucking people on the internet, I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, he's only been making these videos on the internet for like 5 or 6 years.
But he's talking about the churches that aren't making the videos and aren't speaking out like he is. Those are the churchy churches. He wants them to be the outlaw churches.
I think there is a verse in the Bible that basically where Jesus said you weren't supposed to be like, oh yeah, Jesus.
Hold on, I'm gonna need some more magic potion to get through this.
Let me find
children and corrupting our government. The United States of America
so much in the Bible
was established
that contradicts
to be a nation
everything.
under God.
Yeah.
And that means
the Christians
to be a
seem to
nation
do in this
under
country these days, or the Catholics even. You know, the exorbitant collection of land and money and allowing.
Don't own that much.
I mean, it's such bullshit because I mean, the Bible tells Christians to like keep religion to themselves, but here we have a fucking dude telling like other Christians like, no, we need to do the opposite of that. We need to be more outspoken.
Well, yeah, because once you realize that religion is just a business where you don't have to pay out what people are buying. No, not even taxes.
Yeah, you don't pay taxes though.
Fuck the taxes though. People buy into your religion, and you don't have to pay out until they're dead when they come to collect their ticket to heaven, right? It's
that's
a
why
fucking.
the priests always have like nice fucking ostentatious mansions, while the followers are like, no, you're gonna get your good shit at the end.
You'll get yours.
I've
Keep
been
praying,
to Vatican
keep
City.
paying.
It's pretty crazy.
That's evangelicals, and I have to disagree with my cartoon friend on that one. All the big three Abrahamic religions speak about spreading the word of God to all cultures
through
it's
murder,
just a
right?
newly developed thing in Christianity, especially Western Christianity, where they're just like, you do you, man. Like, I'll try to convert you, if you want to know about Jesus, but you do you. They've become very peaceful about it, and Islam has yet to get there, like Christians went from like crusades and burning witches to just knocking on your door at 6 a.m. to just like mentioning it now and again at the bar.
I mean, we could argue either way, because I've had Christians tell me, like, you're going to go to hell, swag. And I've had Muslims tell me, like, oh, I disagree with you, but that's fine, whatever, you're cool. So, I mean, I think it's a more individual thing, really.
It really is. It depends on the country you live in as well. People
of
have
course.
gotten used to just leaving each other alone in certain countries. It's like,
westernized countries
you don't
mostly.
go knock on someone's door and be like, believe in Jesus or I'll kill you.
But when you have an infomercial trying to get people to donate to your church, like, that's the worst. When you have these televangelists,
worst at that. They're definitely
the televangelist on TV bullshit. When you have this protected, almost like mafia of the Catholic Church, forcing people to basically sacrifice their children to them, to sacrifice their decency as humans, because you can't speak out against the church. They get away with worse than murder, and it's mafia.
Well, actually, not as bad as all that anymore. I mean, have you ever been to a Catholic church? It's pretty empty. It's this big grand hall, and they'll have like a 50-person flock.
I grew up Catholic
they're
and went
sitting on these massive properties now, and they don't know what to do with them.
Right, yeah. I mean, even so, though, Catholicism still worldwide is the largest religion.
It's the largest religion,
is it?
but Islam is the fastest growing.
Yes, that's true.
Islam will overtake Catholicism very, very soon.
Brazil is the most Catholic nation in the world.
Huh.
So,
and it's only the largest religion because of South America. Those, pretty much Mexico and down, all Catholic.
Yep. Yeah. And then there's all the Catholic countries in Europe, and then I don't know if there ever were in Africa, but not anymore.
Now, I don't know about all of Europe, but Italy, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Jesus Christ, he's big there.
Yeah. Well, the Pope is really big there too. Yeah, I went to the Vatican and saw, I mean, it's so crazy. There's a Catholic sovereign nation, It's very strange. But
they're guarded, but is it really? I mean, they have no standing army. The Pope is guarded by the Swiss army, which is like 8 guys in fancy uniforms.
Yeah, with spears. Well, actually, I think those are the ones.
The Pope, if you wanted to overthrow the Vatican, it'd take like 37 seconds.
I don't know. I think there are Swiss Guard that don't dress in that normal regalia, and they're more like.
But they're pussies. I mean, they really are. You could drone strike the Vatican, and they.
Dude, have you seen the technology that the Knights Templar have?
No.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
They've become like the Secret Service for the Pope.
Yeah, the Pope has his
they have
own
all
Secret
kinds
Service of
bulletproof
knights.
cars. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that still wouldn't do shit against.
You know what
like,
the Pope
a proper
has?
art.
You know what the Pope has
Yeah,
that we've
but
been waiting
the
for?
Italian army helps with that part. I mean,
You know the Pope has a hoverboard?
Yeah, well, he has all kinds of toys.
Catholicism is pretty big in France too, and Poland. That's another really Catholic European country.
You know what I really like about the Catholics?
Ireland.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like the Catholic religion inspired some of the greatest art to ever
That's
come
true.
out of humankind. I mean, if you've been to the Vatican, you've seen all the statues that were built by Bernini.
Yeah.
Like carved by Bernini and stuff. And you're talking Michelangelo and Da Vinci and stuff were all commissioned by the church. Church used to help artists. And so they did all this wonderful art. Islam is iconoclastic. They like to destroy everything.
That's what I like
they're
about Hitler,
we
too.
can't have depictions of our God. They tear down statues of other gods. Like they blew up like 1,000-year-old statues of Buddha in like Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff, just because Islam's like, nope.
You know what's kind of funny? In the Sistine Chapel, there's a part where it shows a bunch of people in hell, and those are people that I guess Michelangelo didn't like. So he painted their likeness as the people that were in hell.
That's awesome.
Oh, that happened all through the Middle Ages. Have you ever seen Gothic cathedrals with the gargoyles all over them?
Oh yeah.
The Freemasons, the Masons were the builders of these cathedrals, and people died building these massive structures because they were using like wood scaffolding and slaves, right? So like stones would fall and just kill people while they're building them. So to kind of like get back at the church, they always carved the gargoyles doing really raunchy things. So you go and take pictures of gargoyles and they're all like flipping you fucking off, and their fingers up their noses and shit.
They got big red rockets, big old dog dick on the gargoyles.
Oh yeah, and that's actually a very subversive thing with Catholics. Look at Dante Alighieri. His Divine Comedy, the Inferno, is filled with people from his time that fucked him personally in real life.
You know,
and they're like in the Malibowls getting shit shoved down their throats.
It's funny. It's funny that I look at the Vatican and I'm like, whoa, Catholicism has its own nation, but I mean, at one time there was the Holy Roman Empire.
That's completely different than the actual Catholic Church, though.
Right. Well, yeah. It wasn't.
The seat of the Holy Roman Empire was in Germany, dude.
Yeah. I know. Absolutely.
And then you had the break off, the Orthodox. You had the Great Schism of
the Great Schism,
the Catholic Church. Like that's where the Holy Roman Empire was formed. And then you had the actual
Western Schism.
Yeah, and then you had the Eastern Bloc guys are like, we're gonna do our own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I was talking about. Catholicism and Catholics and Christianity as a whole has gone through that evolution, where Islam has stayed the same barbaric shit up until now. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's different, like, I don't know if they're called denominations of Islam, but there's like different sects of Islam.
Like the American Islams, they fucking...
That's not what I mean.
What,
I mean,
they started making bean pies and shit? That's change.
Are you talking about like the Sunnis and Shias or whatever?
Yeah,
that's all based on who they believed should have taken over after.
Exactly.
After Muhammad ascended to heaven while still alive on a golden horse.
And it's funny because like Christians, a lot of those people claim that the other people outside of their sect aren't really part of the religion. Like they're not truly part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Islam is definitely heavy with the idea of the other.
Yeah.
So like it's all through their book where it's like there's the proper Islamic people and then everybody else is the other. And they either need to convert or die.
Be the proper. Everybody claims to be the proper and then claim that the other people are the other people,
Yeah. It's hard to argue because those are the big three, but there are well over 2,000 religions of your world. Where here in Morskar we just worship all the gods that won't fucking kill us at a whim.
Those are the good gods.
Yeah. We try to pick the gods that won't just randomly destroy us whenever they feel like it.
The sweet boy gods. You gotta follow the sweet boy gods.
Exactly. The sweet boy gods, yes.
The sweet boy gods.
I agree.
I now have to do a picture of Billy, like golden light coming out of his hands, as one of the gods of Morskar.
That's not singing, right? That was a chant. It's not singing.
Right.
Gregorian chant.
Yeah, it was a Susian chant.
Let's see. Let's do some action news.
I'm Wild Bill, and that's why I hate everybody who isn't white.
Actually, no. Let's do troll or not a troll.
Not a troll.
Okay.
Today, and I'm a transgender, queer, psychic, prophet, shaman, angel, messenger,
Troll.
reincarnated goddess. I'm going to talk about something strange that happened to me. I live alone, and I have for a long time.
So we got one troll already.
And I decided to teach myself how to write like how they do in the Bible. So I spent a few years just reading the Bible over and over again until I could write exactly like how those writers wrote.
Yeah, I don't believe she can read. Troll.
And
I say troll also.
I mean, I'm just looking at her and I'm like, you know what, troll, fuck it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's trying too hard for us to finish watching her. She does not deserve any more.
A
of the
very
time.
boring troll at that.
Yeah, dimwit, loser troll.
I noticed, like, right when I looked at her, it's like she didn't even try. She was like, I'm going to pretend to be one of these weird people.
Yeah.
So just put something weird on my head and some sunglasses on. That's not what they do. No, if anybody has ever seen a Riley Dennis video, they commit to the shit, okay? Like, yeah.
They do.
Yeah, until that woman cuts her dick off, I don't think she's committed to the bit.
Right.
What's good, guys? So apparently Triple X Tentacion is not dead, okay? Now, I just saw a couple videos saying this, and I saw their points, and I actually, like, I was kind of putting that same stuff together in my own head when I was looking at news articles and, like, photographs. They're really graphic, and they look kind of messed up. But in the photograph, he doesn't have the tattoo on his head. You can't see the tattoo on his head. There's two different photographs, and the color of his shorts change, which is weird, right? Why would the color of his shorts change like that? Then they also said that he was shot several times in the neck and in the arm. But if you look in the picture, he doesn't have any bullet hole wounds. He doesn't have any blood on him whatsoever. And it actually, you can tell in his face, his lips look really pale. So maybe he had been sitting there for a while, but it just doesn't look like a fresh, new, kind of like dead body. But also, they said that he was rushed to the hospital, wasn't pronounced dead yet, and then...
Yeah, they don't always pronounce people dead immediately.
Yeah, like on Disneyland property, they won't pronounce you dead till you're off property.
That's
weird. Yeah, you know, like they make attempts to revive you when you get there. So
not a troll?
Yeah, I'm going to say not a troll. And if it is a troll, he's done very well by, fooling me by using real cum in his hair.
I was just going to ask about that.
He committed to the bit by rubbing cum in his hair. That was wonderful. One other thing, like, I remember when Tupac died and people made these theories that Tupac was still alive for a decade after
Oh
he
my
died.
god, that was so annoying. They did that with Elvis. Yeah.
Bob Marley. People don't want to let their icons die. And this
that
guy
is
definitely...
the ultimate goal for myself. I want my church of Magogonites to go on forever and ever.
I want to live forever through the memories of the fans that I've entertained in my short.
I'm actually gonna do that. Gonna do that, and I have a system set up for it. I'm gonna make like a fuck ton of videos, upload them, schedule them, and have them randomly pop up over the coming like 20 years.
That's awesome.
So like if I die within like this year, you're gonna see like a bunch of new Swegta videos like out of the fucking blue. But maybe not now that I've revealed my plan, but nah.
What if YouTube gets bought out by Walmart and they shut down?
I'm gonna
videos?
do this on like multiple
Walmart
sites.
can't afford YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm throwing that out there. They may be the world's largest distributor, but Google owns the fucking internet.
Yeah, Walmart could buy Google.
No.
Nope.
No. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see when it doesn't happen. And then 10 years from now, I'm like, hey, remember that stupid shit you said before? You'll be like, we'll see. It could still happen.
Oh, and then 10 years ago, you're going to be like, Time Warner can't buy AOL. AOL was America's Google back in the day.
No, it wasn't.
AOL was the first Google.
Kind of, but I mean, we're also
Everybody
talking
had
about...
AIM. If they didn't have AOL, they used AOL products. The internet
That was
evolved,
before
Google took over.
But that was before using the internet had as many uses as it does now.
Yeah, and when it inevitably evolves, and Google is old technology because something new has came along, Walmart's going to buy YouTube.
Why would Walmart do it?
Because Walmart's a fucking country.
You can't answer that.
No, it's because Walmart. Walmart's,
I'm sorry. As far as distribution and retail, Amazon is more powerful
And also, like,
worth more
but
than Walmart.
Here's the thing.
and that's
like, you're
why
talking about a
Walmart will
company-
be able to afford YouTube because Amazon will build their own competitor.
No, they're not. They're not going to
They're
do that.
already
You're talking
working
about
on
like
it.
a mega mart company versus like this advanced corporation that is building like futuristic AI and self-driving cars and shit. It's not going to fucking happen.
Well,
because
not
the
Let me
shell.
tell you what. Okay, hold on. Let me give you one reason why you're wrong. The
Go ahead.
headquarters of Walmart is in Arkansas. Argument done.
I'm sorry, Arkansas is the pulse of Middle America, and when the government,
He's so full of shit.
when the government takes Google and all that analytics shit they're going to, and they militarize
See,
it, and the
For you
shell.
to be right, all of these crazy things have to happen for
And-
this. Like all of these very unlikely things have
And,
to happen
well,
for you to be
they,
right.
They're very unlikely, but I can show you a direct timeline of when this could be achieved, and that's when the government steps
You
in.
always put your hands up like this when you're talking bullshit.
Because when somebody when a cop pulls his gun on you and threatens your life, you put your hands up to survive. You're threatening my life by telling me I'm lying. My hands are up to show you I'm not attacking you, Ben. Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you.
Well, everybody, you know what? Either he's wrong or he's Billy the Nostradaminatrix.
Exactly.
Nostra dumbass.
The government's gonna take all that analytics shit from Google. They're gonna swoop in. They're gonna buy it out, and this shell of entertainment that was the side of Google is gonna be picked up by Walmart.
That should be a new segment. You'll come in like dressed like Nostradamus. We'll call you Nostradumbass. And you can make all your predictions and stuff. It'll be great.
I'm just saying, man.
Dress like an old wizard. It worked for
I could
me.
be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Or I could be the guy that warned you all.
I'm being serious. That should be a segment. And you can make all these predictions. Tell me all about it.
MySpace.com got bought by Fox.
It got bought by News Corp.
Rupert Murdoch, News Corp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just, you know what? Walmart will have nothing to do with the bandwidth wars to come. I've already predicted this future. These
what you
corporations
think
are going to
now.
have private armies, and they're going to fight each other over bandwidth. And Google will probably win.
That purchase of MySpace was a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, on paper, it was a good idea, right? It was.
That doesn't fucking matter. We have history to show us it was a terrible idea.
Well,
and there was a mass exodus away from it to Facebook.
Hindsight is 2020. At the time, they were taking a entertainment juggernaut, a media juggernaut, a new media juggernaut.
Kind of.
And the old media was willing to spend money on new media.
It showed promise.
Well, what they didn't factor in was that when they bought it, people would lose trust in it. And
I don't know.
find
Now that I
something
think
new.
about it, Billy might be right, because there's going to be a whole other internet created, and Walmart could take that shit over.
Just saying.
Why Walmart though?
Why Walmart? Because
I'm just saying,
Walmart.
they could be the first big corporation to really like hop on the new internet, because there's who is it? The guy who created Bitcoin is trying to create like an all new alternate internet.
Magog should know this more than anybody because he's in Arkansas, where Walmart headquarters is. In a lot of places in America.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Stop breaking the fourth wall.
In Morskar? I thought Morskar was in Arkansas. Did I just Duck's Holiday?
Yeah, you did.
Shit. But no, look. Arkansas, Walmart, every small town in America. You know what people do? They don't go to the movies. They don't go to the fucking disco. They don't go to the park. They go to the Walmart. That's their entertainment. That's lifeblood for people.
Yeah, it's
going to the Walmart. Yeah. And when people start going online to Amazon instead of shopping at Walmart, and Amazon pushes ahead of Walmart in the fucking department store wars, Walmart's going to want to push back, and they're going to want a piece of the internet, and they're going to go after everything they can. And at one point, YouTube's going to lose its high evaluation because the government's going to want to buy into the other shit Google's doing, and they don't give a fuck about a little minxy mama telling you how to put makeup on, or little Jimmy Dirtup making fucking prank phone calls and recording them and putting them up on fucking YouTube. So that's when the shell company, YouTube, gets sold off to Walmart.
You are crazy.
Walmart's evil.
I'm telling the future.
No, Walmart. You know, Hillary Clinton was a lawyer and sat on the board of directors of Walmart back in the 80s. So that just shows you,
there's all these side companies.
Was that still when Sam Walton was in charge of Walmart?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Because it wasn't evil until Walton died, right?
There's all these side companies that are owned by the Waltons too.
Walton was the benevolent guy, but he still had his board of directors doing shit behind his back because he was old, man.
Okay.
He would, as a CEO, he literally had nothing to do. So he would go to random Walmarts and just be the door greeter and see if anybody recognized him.
I'm telling you, that sounds like a sweet boy to me.
Yeah, he's a sweet man, and he died, and his kids took over, and that's when it all went to shit.
Sam Walton created a monster that he never got to see arise from the ashes of the beautiful... The beautiful party that he made. He wanted people to greet people at the door, Now people greet people at the door because they don't want to watch people come in ready to steal. Even though Walmart lets you take anything, right? Like they don't stop you.
That's not true at all.
That's not true. No.
My cousin got
asset protection. Asset protection. We'll fucking tackle your ass before you get out the door. Yeah, because they're not allowed to touch you once you're outside the store. They just all they can do is call the police. But if you're getting to the double doors and they open, they will snatch your fucking ass. You know?
Yeah. Billy, could you imagine a store where they don't enforce you not being able to steal?
For insurance
People
purposes,
be stealing from it all the time.
For insurance purposes, people were told not to get involved with
That's
theft.
not true at all.
I guess not.
That depends on the situation. If somebody looks like they probably have a weapon or something, then they tell them to just call the police. But if it's some punk kids threw some cell phones and some fucking, electronics in their pocket and they set the alarm off when they go through the things, they will get tackled. I've seen it.
There's surveillance video of that shit out there everywhere too.
Yeah. Those asset protecting guys are like ex-cops, and they're still looking for some action.
Well, I'm a sweet boy. I didn't think that they would tackle people.
I had a friend that did asset protection, and he was a Marine before he did asset protection. And he used to show us all these surveillance videos of him taking people out. It was crazy.
That would be a good John Cena movie, Asset Protection.
No,
and he's
that is a good one.
Yeah.
Not John Cena, though.
Yeah,
Somebody
John Cena
better.
plays an ex-Marine that's in asset protection, and he's basically like ripped Paul Blart. Paul Blart Walmart cop.
That was a terrible movie, too.
Paul Blart got a sequel.
I don't give a shit. There's
Terrible movies get sequels all the time.
All the time.
I'm writing.
Look at Fast and the Furious. Don't change the subject. Let's address what you just said and how horribly wrong it was.
Yeah. Fast and the Furious is one of the most lucrative franchises.
I don't give a fuck. It sucks
in history.
I don't like it.
Does it suck because you don't like it?
Yes.
Or do you suck because you don't like it?
Fast and the Furious are fucking ridiculously.
Maybe you're broken. Have you ever watched it?
Yeah.
No, Fast and the Furious has definitely become superhero movies. Like
exactly.
The next one, they'll be on the fucking moon.
Fast and the Furious.
Fuck that.
They probably will. Fast and the Furious is a superhero movie where their superpower is family.
I liked it better when it was just a literal remake of Point Break with cars instead of surfing.
Point Break, wow.
No, seriously, that's the first movie. Like, watch Point Break and the very first Fast and Furious.
I'm
They
writing-
are literally the same fucking movie.
I'm writing this asset protection movie for John Cena. If push comes to shove, maybe I'll have to get Batista to star in it if we don't get the budget. No, Batista's probably worth more than Cena is now.
Oh yeah,
As an actor.
yeah, he does.
Batista's not getting.
definitely.
He's not getting those starring roles though. Right?
Cena's never had like a breakout performance. I mean, like
It's always been real cheesy movies.
yeah.
Oh no, Blockers, he kills it.
Fuck you.
And John Cena's about to be the main bad guy in the new Bumblebee movie, the new Transformers Bumblebee movie.
That might help him out if Transformers wasn't a dead franchise.
I mean, it's Bumblebee,
it still
so
makes a
they're
fuck ton
reinventing
of money,
it.
though.
Yeah, and it's huge in China. So having
Because
John
people-
Cena there,
it's huge in the other countries.
and this is how genius John Cena is. He's fluent in Mandarin.
I don't care.
So when this movie goes huge in China and he goes on a press tour
You know
in
who
China,
else was fluent in Mandarin? Mao Zedong. Am I supposed to like him too?
You should at least respect his rind.
That
No.
man was a fan of the Little Red Cookbook.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. That's Fast and the Furious song. You would cry. You would cry, Ben.
Fuck you.
Reaction news. You would cry when Wiz Khalifa's song came on and they had Brian fucking driving off into the mountains.
It's crazy how the one guy from Fast and the Furious died in a fiery high-speed car wreck.
I mean, and what's even more funny is his last name was Walker.
You know, I'm
If he was
really
walking, he
surprised
would've
they
lived.
didn't get his brother to just replace him. That dude looks exactly
Well, they
like him.
did. That's what they that's what they did in the one movie
no,
because they only filmed half of it, and they finished
Yeah.
filming it with his brother and then used some CGI to clear it out. And they're talking about using his brother to bring him back in the final movie.
I just don't know if I was Paul Walker's brother, I don't know if I'd want to do that. That's pretty fucked up.
Well, I mean,
It depends on how you look at it. Some people might view it as honoring his legacy and helping him bring this piece of art to the public.
Yeah, but I'm talking about on a personal level. He's his brother. He's probably like, I have to step into my brother's shoes. What if I fuck up? What if I, like, it's probably fucking with his head, right?
No, because how could you fuck up? How could you fuck up Fast and the Furious? The actors can't fuck it up. They let Ludacris and Tyrese star in that shit, and they look like awesome fucking dudes in there.
You know what, Billy? You know what? I'm going to give you that one.
Yeah.
Just give you that one.
And to top it all off, you look at guys like Val Kilmer coming in and taking over for Tim from when Tim Burton left Batman. He took over for Michael Keaton. George Clooney took over for Val Kilmer. Like, it's okay to recast stars. Like, we don't worry. What's the characters we love?
Yeah, I mean, like as far as like sequels and stuff too, I'm just going to throw this out there as a side thing. Val Kilmer really should have been pushing all these years before he got fat to do Willow 2.
Oh, Willow was a fucking awesome.
Because Mad Mardigan was
Mardigan.
my favorite Val Kilmer character
Yep.
ever.
Yeah.
I saw Val Kilmer in was it The Snowman? It came out last year. That might be one of the worst fucking movies
Well,
ever.
Val Kilmer, he's not quite so fat anymore now, but he's got cancer really bad.
Yeah, he had throat cancer.
Yeah.
And they had to dub over his voice in the Snowman. It was all bad. It was just a terrible
I didn't know
fucking
that. I didn't know he had
experience.
cancer.
Yeah.
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 When,
gee, I wonder why he got cancer.
When I was living in New Mexico, he was thinking about running for governor there, but he never did because he owed tons of money in taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was black like Wesley Snipes, they would have got him.
Didn't Wesley Snipes run away to Nigeria and live there while he was in tax trouble?
I don't know. I think he's in jail
Got
now,
arrested.
right?
He went to prison. He literally went to prison.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
No, he's out now.
He is
did
out?
The Expendables 3. He was in the Expendables 3, and there was a joke in there because they break him out of like this shithole Russian prison. and he's sitting there on the train, and he's like shaving his gruffy beard. He's been in the like Russian POW camp for like 6 years in the gulag, and he's like shaving his dirty beard, and they're like, "What'd they get you for?" And he was like, "Tax evasion."
Oh, damn.
The Expendables is a great movie.
I don't want to talk about these fucking movies anymore. The movies that you think are good that suck. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. The Expendables, no, I'm done.
Like the first one.
Yeah, it's
Stone Cold was in
fun. It was fun to see everybody come together.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We'll get Arnold and Stallone and who else can we get? And then they like just keep piling them on. Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, like
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Jet Li.
Dude,
let's throw in a couple more badasses. Let's put Terry Crews in there.
Jason Statham.
Randy
Who isn't a fan
Couture.
of Jason Statham, though? Seriously.
Yeah. Jason Statham and The Rock.
There's too many.
Jason Statham and The Rock are having their own Fast and the Furious
And then
spin-off movie.
everyone has to have a scene and everyone has to have a memorable line in it. Fuck that.
What's
All right.
wrong with that?
Breaking news, more secret tapes. Federal prosecutors tonight in
Uh-oh.
possession of 12 different audio recordings that were seized during FBI raids on Michael Cohen, the president's former lawyer. This is according to court filings. And it comes just 3 days after we learned there's a tape of Trump and Cohen talking about a payment to a former Playboy model who says she had an affair with Trump. Kara Scannell is out front.
Old news?
Well, it's more is being uncovered.
Yeah. Now they have 12 tapes.
Jesus Christ.
So apparently,
it doesn't surprise anybody out there that a billionaire slept with a porn star.
Not at all. What
It
does
doesn't fucking surprise me?
What I think is kind of crazy, though, is Trump's personal lawyer of several years was secretly recording their conversations. And that's why... So, and I guess they decided that these conversations didn't fall under attorney-client privilege, so...
I wonder if Cohen was recording the conversations because he knew Trump kept asking him to do some illegal shit. And he wanted to make sure he was covered.
Well, as a lawyer, you're supposed to tell your client that that's illegal.
Well, maybe these tapes have him saying that, Mr. Trump, we can't do that, so he could write off.
Yeah. If that were the case, they would have already released them publicly to damage Trump to the point of impeachment.
And Kara, what do we know about these additional tapes? Right now, there's a dozen out there.
That's right, Aaron. We've learned today that there are a dozen audio tapes that are now in the hands of prosecutors who are investigating Michael Cohen. What we've learned of these is that one of them is the tape we've been talking about since last week, where Cohen is discussing with Donald Trump the payment that American media made to Karen McDougal, the former Playboy model who alleged an affair with Trump. And that payment and this recording came before the election. Now, what we've learned is that 11 of these other tapes include conversations that Cohen had with members of the media. And
I wonder how much money in hush money Trump has paid out through his lifetime.
He's from New York. What do you think?
Yeah.
Not just hush money, though. I wonder how much money he paid out to like get around going through things like the legal way. Like instead of getting a fucking actual permit to do things, like how much he paid to get around that, how much he paid to grease the hands of other politicians.
He used to when he first started in real estate, he used to try to get all these tax breaks from the city of New York, and he did get them a few times to renovate old buildings or to build new buildings, but he had a pretty bad relationship with the guy who was the mayor of New York around that same time.
Each other. Yeah.
Each
other.
In the 80s, Ed Koch.
Yeah.
Ed Koch from
Ed Koch
the People's Court.
Hate each other.
Yep. Yeah, he was the mayor of New York in the 80s. So
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, at this point, I really wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump suddenly had a superhero that tried to take him out who was a blind lawyer dressed in a devil suit.
Reporters. Now, what we don't know is exactly how many of the 11 are with reporters and what other individuals might have been picked up on these tapes. Now, all this has come out because initially Trump's lawyers had wanted these tapes to be kept secret and out of the hands of prosecutors by saying that they should be covered by attorney-client privilege. But on Friday, they withdrew that request, and the special master, the court...
Here's a way to make sure the tapes don't get out. Don't record the tapes.
I find it interesting they withdrew that. They were like, oh shit, they got 12 tapes. We should put a stop to this. Say it's attorney-client privilege. And then Trump was like, I didn't say anything wrong. It's probably more tapes of my ex-lawyer banging his mistress. Go ahead. Go ahead.
John F.
I don't care. I don't
John
care
F. in the Patreon chat. John F. in the Patreon chat said, "I love how they're focusing on this non-issue and not focusing on the recent leaks."
Yeah, it's like they mentioned how they talked about this for at least a week. It's like, how the fuck can you talk about this for a week? Like, I find it difficult to just like give a fuck about it now.
What were the
Do people
recent
honestly
leaks?
care?
Yeah, at least when Trump gets a blowjob in office, it's from his hot fucking wife. You know, not the fucking mail clerk.
We can't shame Monica Lewinsky though.
Why not?
I'm not shaming Monica Lewinsky. I'm shaming Bill Clinton.
Well, yeah, but she's a worthwhile blowjob, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure she's
I
a
do
quality
know,
beach.
I do know Monica Lewinsky went to get her dress dry clean because she spilled mustard on it, you know? And the guy running the dry cleaner was a little deaf, you know, he's kind of old, and she was all like, "Here, I need this clean," and he was like, "Come again?" And she was like, "No, this time it's mustard."
Appointed
Terrible
person
joke.
in charge of
Take me
reviewing
off the
these
show now.
files that were seized
No,
at
no,
rate
no,
for
no, it's
privilege
fine.
said, okay, now that they've withdrawn this request, I'll hand them over to the prosecutors. So, Aaron, that is the latest there. But we do know that there are other tapes, including ones that Cohen has recorded with Trump. Sources tell us that those are rather mundane and have to do with such things such as, hey, can you call me back?
All right, Kara, thank you.
I'd love to hear his like when he was talking to Stuttering John and he thought it was a senator. That conversation was hilarious. The way he talks to people.
There should be more like people calling him, like Pee Wee Herman should call in and say he's a senator and record it. Like it should just be a thing. Like Sacha Baron Cohen, he's been putting out some new shit with Showtime.
Yeah.
And he's sitting down with a lot of politicians and he's getting them to say the most insane things. It's kind of amazing. I'm a big fan of what he's doing. He did this back in the day, but now that he
used to do it with Ali G.
Yeah, as Ali G character before he was famous. Now that he's famous, he's getting ballsy trying to pull this off. He wears the makeup and stuff and still does the character, but like
Yeah, but he's
I
not
guess
like
these guys
big
are.
time. He's not Tom Cruise famous. There's still a lot of people who don't know what he really looks like because a lot of what he does now is just animation, voice for it, like Madagascar. You know,
And these guys are so out of touch, they probably wouldn't be able to pick him up anyways. They probably wouldn't be able to pick up Tom
this
Cruise
is the
if Tom
problem
Cruise
with
was there doing
Washington
it.
D.C. in general. Like, did you guys catch the congressional hearing with the 3 representatives from the big tech companies, Twitter, Google, and YouTube?
Yeah.
Like, you just watch it and you can just tell all the senators are just completely disconnected from internet culture. They don't know what
Oh my God.
to ask. They don't know what questions to ask.
It's like they're
just
all
up
on the
there, like,
phone.
spewing their own political bias, but they don't even
Yeah.
know what real questions to ask. 'Cause they
Ted
don't
Cruz
know.
was like, "What are you doing to stop the fake news on your sites?" That's what he asked.
Yeah,
They're all on the phone with their
terrible.
grandsons, asking their grandsons to translate for them.
You know, like I was watching it live, actually, the most recent one, and it was like last Tuesday or whatever, and I was watching it live through the Magic Portal because I'm staying in character, and this one senator was straight up like, "Okay, as representatives of the tech firms, I would like you to tell us what you're doing to aid the Russians." And it's like, really, guy? And then he led the conversation to what happened in Helsinki. Like, what did they know? They're a bunch of lawyers from the tech firms. Like, they don't fucking
Also,
know.
hold on. You said Helsinki. Isn't that Finland?
Wasn't Helsinki where the
Yeah.
Trump meetup was?
Okay,
So-
you said Russia and Helsinki, so I'm like, how's that connected? I haven't been
He
paying
led
attention.
it to that. He was all like, he started off with like Russian fake news or propaganda or whatever, and then he led it to, why aren't we talking about what just happened with Russia
okay.
and Trump and Putin? And you know, like you could tell he was like one of these hardcore progressive Democrats who was just like, it's all Russia, it's all Russia, it's all Russia. Did you see that?
It's like a gotcha question. Like, the reason I don't pay attention to this is because, like, this is the kind of shit you see. It's like, we've been paying attention for the past week to a bunch of fucking tapes we don't even have. It's like, okay.
They're saying
Am I supposed
WikiLeaks
to-
released a tape of Netanyahu trying to convince, or that he convinced Trump to nix the Iran deal.
Here's how you know it's
That's
a fucking
big.
stupid story. Here's how you know it's a fucking stupid story. If there was actually anything that could indict Trump on those tapes, they'd be talking about it and playing it as soon as it was released to public. They're on
Absolutely.
here talking about the number of tapes.
Well, because they haven't been released to public yet.
It doesn't matter. There would be a transcript. If they actually had found something damning, the FBI would have been out in public being like, we finally found it.
Would they?
We finally found
Would
it.
they? Or would they be making sure their case was solid? Because every time the FBI fucks with somebody, they wait until their case is solid, take it to court, so that the lawyers on the opposing side don't have anything to work off of. That's how prosecution works. You hold your
Yeah,
cards
sure.
close.
Yeah, sure, but at the same time, Freedom of Information Act. Somebody would get a hold of that shit.
Well, they have information that's locked away for 50 to 100 years. Like there's some information that is sensitive, and I think information that regards to our president of the United States being a criminal would be sensitive until he was charged and went to trial. I don't think that would be something that would just come
once
out.
again, though, they're not talking about it. They're not talking about a representative from FBI going, okay, this is actually some good stuff. Maybe they don't release the actual tapes, but they're just talking about the number of tapes like it's a big deal.
Because that's the only information they have. The FBI is
Then
able
why-
to release that information.
But
They're
you
like,
just
we have
said it a
12 audio
moment ago.
tapes. We
Why
can
do a
confirm we have 12
week-long-
tapes.
You do a week-long run on the number of tapes they found.
That's because apparently
not
they don't
news.
want to talk about Netanyahu convincing our president that he shouldn't that he should nix the Iran deal, because
sure.
that doesn't benefit any of the media. Let him know that the
We
president's.
agree. We agree. We just took two different paths to get there. They should be talking about actual fucking news.
But the news never does that. The news is not about news. It's about entertainment and misinformation and ratings. If they wanted to tell you what was real, they would. It would be a very different show. But they don't want you to know what's real.
Watch it probably because it'd be boring.
They have investors. They have all types of the parent company. They have an agenda, and the parent company is told by certain political affiliations what they should and shouldn't say. It's all very controlled. And if we focus on CNN or Fox News or a mix of either or MSNBC, if we focus on those for information, we're kind of fucked. And
Well,
with
that's
fake
why
news,
I stand behind my alternate media. Like, I love YouTube because of that. You get
And
different
YouTube-
points of views.
yeah, but even that's easy to fucking fake and confuse people. We at this point in time, we are fighting a losing war against information.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and the best thing you can do is not get too invested in the media. Invest in yourself, invest in your own strength, invest in things you love, and invest in making yourself the best you possible, because at any moment, a snap of the fingers, the country's viewpoint on things could switch and change. 5 years ago, this current climate with outrage culture, it wasn't this way. We wouldn't have James Gunn getting fired from Disney for tweets he made 5 years ago, because 5 years ago he got hired by Disney. And these
Yeah, of
tweets were
course.
publicly known then.
Yeah,
Disney knew about these then.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely it's changed. And that's why I don't know James Gunn personally. So it's hard for me to care, about anybody I don't know personally. But,
I like his art.
I don't think he should have been fired over, like, if I sat out there and was like, okay, they tried to boot Trump from the campaign because of the grab him by the pussy thing he did 10 years ago. And I was like, it sounds like locker room talk. And I defended him on that particular thing. It's like, come on. It's just locker room talk. And then, like other people getting fired, I'm like, that's wrong. So when James Gunn does it, even though he came out on Twitter and was like, haha, Roseanne got fired, she deserves it. I consider that karma, so I don't feel bad for him, but I don't believe he should have been fired.
The thing about the
that's how
Roseanne,
outrageous Twitter should not have that kind of power over our lives.
Well, it's not just Twitter, right? Twitter's the tool that other people are using to have that power. Right now, outrage culture has given them that power. When we start moving because people's emotions get in the way, and we start catering to their emotions, we're no longer protecting these emotional people. We're empowering them. We're weaponizing their emotions.
Right.
And the pendulum's going to swing a little too far one way. And right now, I think we're seeing the casualties of this war. With
that's why people like me and other YouTubers and guys like you guys don't give a fuck what you might have said 5 years ago. 5 years ago, because we do what we want to do, and we have our fans, and we don't give a shit. We're not getting fired.
I do want to work for Disney one day.
YouTube has different ways of like firing people. They just do it behind the scenes.
They also do it by demonetizing your shit if you get on their bad side.
Yeah, they demonetize you. They give you a strike. They block your streaming. They make it so that you're not recommended anymore. They make it so that notifications aren't pushed out to your subscribers. That's how they fire you without really firing you.
Yeah, for sure. But it's definitely beats the alternative. But I tell you what, Disney's fickle about that. Maybe other companies we could have a discussion, but Disney, man, I've known people who used to work at the parks as characters. Like I knew a girl who was Cinderella. She got hired to be Cinderella at Disney World, and she got fired for posting on Facebook a picture of her and her girlfriends out having drinks at a restaurant. They weren't even partying and being crazy and throwing up their shirts. That it was just her with a margarita.
Was she in the Disney
smiling
costume?
And thumbs up, and she got fired because they don't want their character actors even associated with anything adult.
Was she in the costume?
What about Donald Duck and Nazis?
She was not in the costume. No, she was. It was her night off, and she got fired for posting pictures of her and her girlfriends out just having drinks.
That's
nuts. And she got fired for being Cinderella.
Is some attendee gonna find her Facebook profile or some shit and see that?
They make you give, when you hire on to Disney, they make you give them all your social media.
Okay,
they will. They have teams of people that hunt down their employees' social media and keep an eye on them.
That seems like such a waste of money. Who gives a fuck?
They have more money than God. Who cares? They don't care.
It's just something they don't have to do, really, but they do it anyway.
Oh, but that's an actual thing. If you're a character actor at one of the parks, like you play Gaston or you're one of the princesses, and you post something on social media, like you're at the beach and you take your shirt off and you're thumbs up in it and drinking a beer, you'll get fired.
Fuck that. I hate Disney.
What the fuck are they preventing by doing that?
They just don't want to see. They don't want kids to get on social media and see their favorite character that they just visited, fucking drinking and shit.
That's dumb.
Yeah, if kids are old enough to get on social media, they're old enough to see Cinderella.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I went to Disney World, and I knew that all of the people there were not the actual characters from the animated Disney movies. So I wouldn't have given a shit if I happened to see one of them. And
we
the
don't
odds
live
of
in
that,
a common sense time, Ben.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's what it all boils down to.
Common sense is not so common anymore.
Well, I just hope James Gunn gets offered Deadpool 3 to direct before Fox's deal with Disney goes through. That would bring peace to my heart.
Disney's just taking everything over.
They really are. They're a massively powerful corporation.
If they buy WWE, they will own my entire childhood.
I don't think they will, though.
That's pretty much the only thing that isn't. And you know what? I think I would enjoy WWE more if Disney bought it.
No, dude, what is wrong with you?
It fucking sucks right now, dude.
It sucks because you're older now.
Right.
More mature minds don't connect with wrestling.
Look what Disney did with
as well as when you're kids.
Never mind, you like the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah, they're really well done.
Ugh.
No,
What?
They suck fucking balls.
Especially the new one. The Last Jedi was... The problem with Force Awakens was it was just setting up
You liked Solo, too, didn't you?
Solo was fun. Chewbacca
So you
fighting
liked it
is
then, huh?
worth the price of admission alone. I feel like the guy who played Han Solo, but he was no Harrison Ford.
I was about to say, what about he thinks he'd like wrestling better if Disney owned it, and I was about to say, look at what they did to Star Wars, but he likes those, so there you go. He has shit taste. Like, I mean, look at
I have refined.
He went because he has this movie pass where he can go see a movie basically every day for free, but. He saw the John Cena movie Blockers 4 times.
4 times. One time I went to see it just because I knew I could get chicken wings during the movie. And I did.
Well, theaters are starting to do that now because they started dying. So now these new movie theaters are popping up where you can get like a whole dinner.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And they have
That's
like
what I did.
recliners in them and shit.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people back. You know?
Yeah.
I got a little.
Because
Like,
now
I've
the
fallen
internet
asleep
is
at so many
killing a lot of
movies.
Like,
industries.
I don't want to go to a restaurant and eat dinner alone, right? That's not something I want to do. But I'll go to a movie and eat dinner alone because I get to sit there and watch the movie. I'm not gonna walk
But you just admitted you went to see a movie for the 4th time
for chicken wings.
So that's basically the same as going out to dinner.
I
on
went
your
and
own.
saw the Amy Schumer movie twice
Hold on.
to get chicken
you have
wings.
this free pass to see any movie you want at the cinema, and you decide to watch the same fucking thing 4 times so you could eat.
I watched everything else as well.
Watch something else then. Why watch it?
I
4
did
fucking
watch
times?
it because Blockers was good.
No,
John Cena was great.
You know what
Tell
you
you
could have done? You could have gone home, bought some pizza, and just watched something like by torrenting some shit or buying
Do
it.
you not have a B-dubs near you where you can just pick up some chicken wings and go home?
I don't want to go.
We actually don't. Well, the area
wanna-
I live in doesn't really have.
Yeah,
a
there's a
B-dubs anywhere.
B-dubs near me, but I don't want to go to B-dubs and get to go B-dubs. That's lame. I want to go in. I want to sit down. I want to have someone bring me an ice tall soda water. I'm drinking a nice soda water with a lime in it. I throw the lime away.
Blockers has a 50% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and a lot of people voted it down because there's a girl in there that is got brown skin.
Fuck it, don't even start with me.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I've lost all respect for your rotund co-host.
Wow, because I can appreciate the cultural nuances of different
You know
human
what?
beings that
I'll
don't look
side
like
with
me.
you. I'll meet you halfway. The Last Jedi, I watched a fan cut of that film where they the fans download it and they cut it and make it make more sense. And I watched it and it started out and it did the Star Wars thing and the scroll and explained the story. And then the camera panned down and then it instantly cut to the end credits. And I was like, brilliant.
Look at that, 83%.
That's the tomato meter.
Yeah, because the audience is full of sour people that don't want to see John Cena in an interracial
the audience
relationship.
consists of a bunch of people who had to pay to see this shit.
Yeah. The other rating is critics,
most
right?
of those people didn't pay to see it. They just hated it because John Cena was in an interracial relationship.
Stop.
That's racism in action. Those are the same guys.
that.
That's Mike Cernovich and his army of fucking racist brats attacking
Look at
John Cena.
Cena's fucking face. Look at his goofy face that he's making.
I'm sorry. You guys are falling. You guys
I
are
think it's
falling for the
more- I think
racist
you're
right.
fanboying about John Cena. I think you're using all that as a cover-up to the
I
fact
would-
that people didn't like a John Cena movie and you like John Cena, so it makes you angry.
I-
Tell me how
I-
you feel.
I see 83% fresh. And that tells me that the people with refined intelligence agree with me.
I don't believe that anymore.
Not the Creightons.
You know how many critics just get paid by the movie companies to give a good review?
I mean,
Like, I can't trust critics anymore. I can't trust them anymore. They come out and they said fucking Ghostbusters 2016 had like a 90% critics rating.
Go type in Ghostbusters 2016. Let's take a look at this.
I'm talking
This
about
is
when
so-
it came out. It might have changed by now, but
This is not a good movie. Let's just be honest.
nobody
Like, how could you
thinks it's a
defend
good
it?
movie. Nobody
Give me a
thought
good
it was
reason.
movie.
Yeah.
What?
Blockers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, defend it.
Defend it. It's a rated R comedy in the vein of those classic coming of age films. We have a very nuanced humor. Oh, this got a higher audience score than fucking Blockers did.
By 1%.
By 1%. And it's been out longer, so you've had a lot more people like trolling in and going, "Oh, it's just misogyny made that score low, so I'll leave a good review."
We take a look at Blockers, and it's just a nice little well-written movie about the camaraderie of friends, and it's generational.
I understand, Billy. I'm on your side.
You could take what you said and apply it to almost any fucking film.
Yeah, I'm on your side. Billy.
There's really
And
only
like what you
5
like.
stories that anybody ever tells, anyways. All right, you can say just about anything about any film ever.
Yeah, so that makes it worse. That's an argument against the defense you're putting up for this film. I could say that to you.
You did just say that to me, and I just told you that you could say that about anything. This is how every movie is from getting point A to point B, but it's the journey that it takes you on to get there. It's the growth of a character.
Nothing different. It's generic then.
Oh my God! You know what? It's people like you that comment on something without even watching it that disgust
Listen
me.
to him. Listen to all the.
I've seen it 4 times, Swegta. How many times have you seen it?
Once, and I hated it.
You did see it.
You saw Blockers.
You did see it.
Unfortunately, yeah, I had to watch it with my fucking cousin.
What was the worst scene to you?
God, fuck off.
Because you didn't watch it.
I did watch
fucking
it.
liar! No,
You know
I
what
just
happened?
called you
I fell
out.
asleep
You
through half the fucking
scum!
thing, and I
Oh,
woke
you
up
fell
to my cousin
asleep
poking
now.
me in the
This
fucking
is
ribs.
what a liar says when he gets caught in a lie. Ha ha ha! I got to see Gary Cole's dick in this movie. You tell me that's a bad movie.
Bad movie.
That's you tell me I get to see Gina Gershon's tits in this movie.
Thank you for talking me out
tell
of
me
ever
that's
wanting.
a bad movie.
Hey, just because you say it louder than everybody else still doesn't mean it's right, Billy.
I mean,
that's a reason not to watch this fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, Swegta, did you or did you not watch it?
You keep on giving, even if I didn't, you've given me 2 fucking reasons at least not to watch it.
No, because
it's
if you
generic.
didn't, you're a liar. And if you did watch it and you fell asleep, then you're half a liar because you didn't see it.
All right, I'm a half a liar then.
I'm sorry if you can't be trusted. I'm
No,
sorry.
you know what happened? My subconscious actually put pity on me, and it just knocked me out.
People are saying you're making arguments like G-Man.
No, they're saying Billy won because I win as much as G-Man does.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm a sweet boy.
You can win and still be wrong. I mean, just look at John
That's
Cena.
true. That's true. But I'm not.
Speaking of which, he's in the movie, so there's another reason.
Yeah, that's another reason not to see it.
I mean, if you don't want to watch a movie because John Cena's in it,
I think that's
your
enough.
blind hatred.
I think that's a good enough reason. If you think someone in the movie is a shitty actor, then I think that's enough of a reason not to see a movie.
And I saw the movie 4 times, and I didn't pay for it once. So, who's the bad guy now?
That's also a thing. So you're biased. See, if you'd had to pay for it, maybe your wallet would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Possibly.
And then you would have been like, "Yeah, I feel bad."
Possibly. Maybe I enjoyed it more because I had delicious chicken wings in front of me, and I was sitting back with my dick hanging out in a nice, relaxed chair,
Yeah,
slapping my shit around.
You gotta understand, Billy.
To
Theaters
John
are like
Cena.
casinos. They pump in all this oxygen to make your brain all weary. You know, all the lights are out. You can't tell what time it is. You got delicious food in front of you. It's a whole experience, and it just shoots off all those endorphins in your brain. If you'd watched it at home in your underwear eating Cheetos, you'd have been like, "This movie sucks."
Yeah. All I'm saying is I enjoy my life on a regular basis, and you guys really don't want me to.
What?
You're mad at me
come
for
on.
enjoying life.
No, I'm not.
I have no invested interest in your personal life. I'm a necromancer on YouTube.
I
What do you
believe
think
I
my
believe you,
life is
Magog. I believe you, Magog. But Ben always brings up how I saw Blockers 4 times, like it's some sort of litmus test.
It's horrendous behavior.
I don't know, dude. How many times have you gone to WWE pay-per-views that you wouldn't have watched at home?
I want to see a skit now where like Billy
I would've
walks
watched
in the
him.
door
You would've?
and he's got a heroin needle sticking out of his arm and he's eating this greasy cheeseburger just going to waste. And Ben's like, "This is an intervention. All your friends are here." And Billy gets all nervous and he's like, "We got to talk about blockers, man." Like he doesn't care about the needle in your arm. He doesn't care about the cocaine
Right.
under your nose. He doesn't care about the big cheeseburger. We've got to talk about blockers.
I happen to know that Ben went and saw Roman Reigns versus John Cena live.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like either of those boys.
Well, they were that was just one match on a very large bill with multiple matches on it.
I know a lot about very large bills.
Yeah, I don't watch redneck anime. I mean wrestling.
It is. I mean, it is almost like Dragon Ball Z in a way.
Wrestling?
Yeah. There's a lot of build up, a lot of talk. You know.
And the
before-
fanboys are just as hardcore. I'm serious. The fanboys of wrestling are just as hardcore as anime fanboys.
I don't know. I've never seen a wrestling fan with like a fucking female wrestler waifu pillow or anything.
Oh, are you serious?
retarded
There's
like
some of
that.
the creep. They're making 3D body prints, like actual like clone sex dolls of people. You can get clones, and women wrestlers are the most requested.
Right? Yeah, Doug. I'm sorry, Ben. I have to disagree with you.
I don't know.
This is the difference between anime fans and wrestling fans.
Well, wrestling is real people, for one thing.
Well, it's still the same entertainment. They're not really fighting. There's
I'm
different
more
levels of
attracted
fake
to
here.
a female wrestler than I am to a fucking animated female.
So you having sex with something validates whether or not it's worthwhile.
Yeah, that's
not what I
that's
said.
an outsider looking in perspective, Ben. You
Yeah,
know, you've got to come at it from put your mind in the body of one of these fans.
this
Okay? It
didn't-
doesn't matter
No.
if they're cartoons or not. It is the center of their life.
Anime fans are more Asperger, ADHD, and wrestling fans are more just full developmentally disabled. That's the difference.
That is true in some aspects.
Have you not been to? Because I just started going to see anime in theaters, and I'm looking around the theaters, and I can feel the autism radiating through the audience. And when I go to wrestling, I look around, and there's kids, and when I say kids, I mean like 30-year-old man children with their nose running, wiping their nose, either booing or cheering for John Cena. It's amazing how many. I
will admit though, there are
developmentally
more-
challenged people are there.
Here's an upside to anime, though. There are more hot chicks that are fans of anime than wrestling. Because look at these cosplay girls, man. That cosplay is anime.
They're not even fans of anime.
Well,
they just do that
I
shit
think there's
for
a lot of
attention.
hot chicks that are fans of wrestling.
Not all.
I think it's just a different type of hot chick. The fans of wrestling are like back in the 80s, there was always like these models that would show up to wrestling events. The guys wrestling are big, muscular dudes, the type of men that women, kind of woo over, especially the shallow women that are.
That was the good old days back when wrestling was awesome.
Yeah, and now you have the crossover with like the total divas, the Bellas, women who aren't even fans of wrestling are watching wrestling because it's become.
Those shows are so fucking bad.
But they suck in women viewers. They got women fans, the very attractive women.
Do they still call them divas? By the way.
No. They did away with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Wrestlers.
So I think we're gonna take a break for 10 minutes because we're doing 3 shows today. So we're ending.
Why you guys? I forgot to ask. Why are you guys doing this? Like
'Cause
6-hour thing.
I'm having surgery soon, and I won't be able to do the show for a little while. So we're just recording some extra shows today.
This is a live taping in front of a live studio audience. Yeah.
I understand.
Ben's got to have his big dick
You want a
removed.
bigger dick? You go to plastic
No,
surgery.
Ben wants a smaller dick. His dick is too big. He's trying to get it.
It's a dick reduction surgery.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's damaged. He's damaged too many buttholes with his massive donger.
You gotta
He's-
take off at least 10 inches on that bad boy.
Yeah. Ben's got to break it down a little bit. This is very serious stuff.
I'm sorry that I assumed your penis was a thimble wearing a clown's wig. Okay, I'm sorry. I take that back.
He says hernia surgery because he's getting it because he damaged her nene.
Nene.
Who the fuck says Nene? Go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
Hey, I was born in the 90s.
No, you weren't.
Too.
Yeah,
still
but
don't say it.
but I
He
feel
wasn't
like I
even
was.
born in. He wasn't born in the 90s. He was born in the 80s.
That's really what's gonna suck when Hollywood finally decides to remake Back to the Future. It'll be in the modern times, and Marty McFly will go back to like the 90s.
The 80s. I don't think they will though. Like it's being protected. The people behind
it.
The people behind Back to the Future are not signing off on
But
it
people,
being remade.
people thought they
they've
were
been trying.
protecting Ghostbusters. It took them 30 years to finally do it, but it
Yeah.
happened.
I'm
happened.
sure.
Wait
I'm
until
sure they'll
those
break it
guys
down.
who wrote the original Back to the Future fucking finally die off. We'll see what happens.
If you want to watch a new Back to the Future, just watch Ready Player One. Well, guys, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. We'll be back then. I don't know what you guys want to do. If you want to hang out and come back when we come back, or it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll head out for a quick
Guests
smoke.
coming on?
All right.
Yeah, we do have other guests coming on, but I haven't heard from any of them just yet. But we'll be figuring that out shortly.
I can't do this for much longer. The voice.
Yeah. That's
If you want to
fine.
come back out of character,
Yeah, because we're gonna take like a 10-minute break or so.
I'm gonna go hang stank over the porcelain.
It'll take me more than 10 minutes to get out of character, so I might as well stay in it for a little bit. But I'll probably just I'll let you guys know and bounce out. I'll do a whole
Okay.
I'm out of here.
All right, we'll be back.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.